Howdy, howdy. We are live this morning with a special Tex-Trek report from this year's STLV 60-year mission convention that
Indeed.
Joel and
Yeah.
Rachel attended. It was the first one I
Survived.
missed in a while. I waited till like the big
You
60th to skip one, but
you were
You were
missed.
missed. Yes.
but it looks like y'all had a ton of fun, and I am so
Mhm.
excited to hear all about it. I guess just starting off,
Yeah.
what was the biggest thing that happened this year that felt like unique that hadn't
Um.
like was there anything like extra special for the 60th that creation did, or were there like
Oh.
the guests that hadn't been there before, like anything that was like unique to this year?
I mean, for me, my mom started calling it right now. Let me. um. For me, Alexander Siddig being there. He hadn't
Yeah.
been there before, but she was my favorite character, and so, just that him being there is so nice.
Yeah. We were looking forward to Colin, but yeah, he had to
Yeah.
cancel.
Those are both
But
Uh,
good gets though. It would have been cool to
yeah.
have both of them, but
I
It
mean,
would have
especially with like
been.
some of the photo op possibilities for
there were
that.
other,
But
yeah, because I was gonna get that whole O'Brien family thing, but
what about you,
Dick
Joel?
or
Though,
not.
what was
Yeah,
the
but there were
big
just
unique
so many
thing?
people that have been before, but not very much. Like Linda Park was there,
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
because you saw the Enterprise panel. They had a lot of other stuff. I know there was that Enterprise dinner, but that was that separate ticketed thing, and I didn't go to that. And
Don't ask me for separate money.
yeah, yeah, but it the really big difference is it was crowded. It
Yeah.
was full.
There
You
was a
could
lot.
really tell from the get go.
Like we met a ton of people who are like, I've never been here before.
Yeah,
This is a lot of people's. It was their first STLV
or
ever.
they
Yeah.
go every 5 years. They went this year. Every
Hmm.
3 years, they were definitely there.
I wonder if there were some people who like I haven't been here since the 50th. I only come for the big anniversary
I
years.
mean, maybe. I think we
Probably, but yeah,
definitely
because
made friends with people who were like, I don't know anyone here, and we're like, join us.
yeah, like usual, and like
Yeah.
but yeah, it was the usual blur of running and it's like oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's those two panels on I wanted to see, but I have to do
Mhm.
the other thing anyway, and
Yeah. Reminding you that like we have another photo op.
yeah,
You can't
this is
try to
the
be
first
like,
year I've ever done a whole bunch of photo ops,
yeah.
so
There was okay. There's at one point Joel kept trying to be like, we need to go and put this form in to get the digital files. And I was like, Joel, we have another photo op in an hour.
oh yeah,
Like, because I was sitting there like, there was a reason that's a bad idea. And I was like, I figured it out. I figured out why my brain's like, don't do that.
yeah.
Then we finally did it, and he's like, okay, let's go get it. And I was like, we still don't have the printout. We don't have the number. We need to wait.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know y'all have a lot of pictures to share
Yes.
also. So,
We try every year to do better, and so
I think
this
this year,
year
I
we
think we
took
did.
yeah we got Rachel and my photos and
Hmm.
other people's because like a third of the photos are like someone else takes it and they text you get it from
Yeah.
them, and so I've tried to integrate all those into one
Or I
thing.
think some of the panel photos I saw from people online because I was not sitting that close
Yeah,
because I don't pay that kind of money.
we're
yeah,
side general admission
Um,
way in the front.
okay, I'm gonna just put him here. This is a Dixon Hill that I bought, and it's shedding on me, and I don't want to hold him anymore just because he's shedding.
Oh,
Here you go.
it's that time of year for Dixon Hills. Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's because Dixon Hill's wearing pleather.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't work. Okay.
well, Joel, if you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
start sharing some of the pictures that you got. I know
Okay.
I am very familiar with this location though. That is
Yeah.
the Masquerade Bar from the Rio in Las Vegas.
I figured out if I ever meet the wormhole aliens or the prophets, they'll probably say, "You exist here."
I
They wouldn't really be wrong.
I like that it's not the Rio. It's this bar specifically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like what? The food court? It's okay. The confusing casino part? No, I can
No.
skip that.
I do exist there because I got lost.
I had to go around every time till you get
Yeah.
your exit. It's like a giant roundabout. You just go around the outside till you get your.
And then I had to dodge people being like, come get a timeshare. And you're like, no.
Yeah, that's not gonna help. Okay, so I divided this into first. I put all the panel stuff we have. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love panels. When I go to conventions, I'm like a big panel whore. That's where I tend to spend most of my time is hearing.
In past STLVs, I almost only did that, and then other ones
Same.
I spent more time in the vendor's room and I waffle back and forth. So this time we did everything, and we lost some things.
That's why my voice is still kind of gone. I've been back almost a week.
Yeah, I'll try to point out the ones I know are online. Like this was Wednesday. This was Gates McFadden, and I know Jesse and Crusher Convo has this whole one uploaded to her channel.
Oh, cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah. This is fun. She talked a little bit about Labyrinth, which is fun.
Yeah, as always. I mean, she's always wonderful and has some insightful thing. And so.
Yeah, this was the big 40th anniversary of Labyrinth, so that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Got some representation, I guess.
Yeah. And next year will be the 61st of Star Wars. Oh my God, Star Trek. But it will be the 40th for TNG next year.
This is true.
Yeah, 40th for TNG, 50th for the other Star franchise.
She talked about filming Picard a little bit about like how some lines that she was like, I understand why they were cut, but like as like the person playing Crusher, like I wanted this line to stay, but it didn't like.
Yeah.
And then one thing she's like, Patrick and I disagree. It didn't sound like they had like an argument. Just they were two people working and trying. And she was like, and Patrick had more sway than me. And I was like, that does not surprise me. The show was called Star Trek Picard.
Yeah.
Like.
And they didn't bring her until season 3.
Yeah.
But
what was the conflict there?
I think
something about Jack.
I think there was a line
about Jack.
There was a line that made it clear that she had encouraged Jack to reach out to Picard, and he was like, "No, I don't want to," and like, "I'll push you away if you force me to like talk to my dad." Because she, I guess she went in. She didn't want it to just be like a Crusher decided to be a bitch and not let Picard see his child. Which I get. She was like, that's not a character, so it was important for me that it was the thing where it was for Jack's safety, and then she had encouraged Jack when Jack was an adult.
And Picard or Patrick Stewart was like,
yeah,
no, I wanted to be the woman's fault.
No, I think it was more that there was lines and it was like who got the emotional beat of a scene. And I think Patrick Stewart wanted it, and I think it was more of a acting thing than like I want to be the good guy.
Yeah.
But on screen right now, that's a really cool picture. I see a sci-fi sister and 2 Daxes.
Speaking of sci-fi sisters, I'm wearing a sci-fi sister shirt. It says, I see you like Star Trek, and has Geordi's visor.
Oh, nice. Yes. That's cool.
Yep. That's Tamia Harper on stage. She emceed 3 panels.
And they had their own. I got this as a pin too, but I don't have it with me. The 60th. They have a 60th anniversary Sci-Fi Sisters logo too.
Nice.
Yeah, they sold out of their like on day 2. Yvette was like, "Yeah, we sold out of our Star Trek, pissing off bigots since 1966 shirts like day 2."
Yeah, that's why I only have a Geordi shirt.
Yeah.
Although the Geordi shirt's great.
Yeah, they're all great, but yeah.
I missed this one at first, and we went back by the booth. I was like, I need that shirt.
Yeah. Well, it might not have been up on that main.
Yeah, it's true.
It was not the main shirt at first.
Yeah.
But that's cool to see a DS9 panel with Nikki.
Yeah, it was just the Dax's Terry and Nicole, and it was really good.
So good
stuff. Of course, I can't recall it all now, but it was affecting, and they were,
Terry. I think they both were, but Terry especially was talking about how much it means to her when LGBTQ, especially trans fans, like talk about how much the Dax means to them. I think it means a lot to both of them, but Terry got visibly like very emotional about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I felt like Nicole was probably trying to like not be emotional because Terry was getting emotional, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
And
the 6 seasons to 1 season too, based on
yes,
because Nicole is great, Ezri is great, but yeah, she only had the 1 on there. But they did have a funny story. It's like, if our booths are next to each other, don't come up and tell us, which is our favorite.
Yeah, she was like, and I totally get that. And so like I've occasionally got for different things I'm interested in, they're like, I like that you're into that, and it's not like there's things those other girls are into. I was like, don't fucking hate on other women to like me. Like,
yeah,
I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have next? Okay. Oh, this is just the title for that one.
Picture.
And
Robert Picardo.
We saw Picardo on about 18 panels, but this was a solo one with
I'm never against saying Robert Picardo
from the Mission Log podcast, who's very good at emceeing too.
It was really interesting hearing him talk about like making Voyager / making Prodigy / making Academy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was also going to bring up, I was curious if it felt like all the shows were pretty well represented, or if there were any that might have been a little ignored. I don't know. I didn't see too many Prodigy guests, but I guess like Bonnie Gordon normally.
But I think Bonnie and the Hagemans were there.
That was it for Prodigy.
And I guess Kate Mulgrew was there, and so
and Picardo, obviously.
And Picardo and Robert Beltran was there.
Okay.
So I think most of the Prodigy, I guess.
It would have been nice if they got one of the kids there. But...
Yeah. It's interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong. None of the kids have started doing like conventions besides like Dal going to like Comic-Con, right?
They went to Mission Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw Brett Gray, who played Dal on Prodigy there.
I know I've said it before. Jason Mantzoukas, start doing conventions. Do an animation panel, put them up with the Lower Decks people. We'll let the chaos ensue. That's what I want.
God, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Lower Decks, who was there from Lower Decks?
A lot of people.
Yeah, Jack was, because Noel, Tawny, Eugene been in the last few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Jack Quaid was there for the first time I saw him, because he's basically only did Mission Chicago, where you were at, Valerie.
Yeah.
And then Don Lewis, who's been there before. Phil Lamar, who'd been there, probably would have been here anyway for the other Trek stuff he's done. But then Fred Tatasciore was there. With the woman who does Dr. Tiana.
I know. I was looking, but you would remember her name? Yes, it is Jillian.
I always want to say Jillian Taylor, but that's not her name. She was there, so
we do have a big.
They'd never been there before. Jillian and Fred Tatasciore.
Yeah. We do later tease. There's a photo that has all of them in it.
My favorite thing from Robert Picardo's stuff, though, was him saying that, talking about how people talked in Academy versus 90s Trek, and his thing was, in 90s Trek, he basically had everyone had a mid-galactic accent, and I just thought that was, and the way he said it was so funny, because he's always great on panels.
He is.
Was it mid-galactic or transgalactic?
Mid-galactic, because it's supposed to be like mid-Atlantic accent, like
because they also
Cary Grant, and stuff like that. Who they had that fake accent that was midway between English.
Because sometimes people will call that accent transatlantic as well. The same idea that you're transporting between.
Weird now.
You're transporting between. I think with the current use of the word trans, I think mid-galactic or mid-Atlantic.
Wasn't like mid-Atlantic to me? That sounds like, that's like Virginia and North Carolina is like the mid-Atlantic. But
I think it's just in the middle of the Atlantic is the idea.
Newfoundland is probably closer to me.
Yeah.
But they don't talk like that.
It's actually a Newfoundland accent. Everyone's like, oh, whoa.
They're Newfies, Okay. Then we had this memorable characters from various.
Yes.
Oh
with
yeah,
Michael
that's
Berryman from 1 Million Horror Movies, and The
Mhm.
Hills Have Eyes. You had Martha Hackett, Voyage, Ray Wise, Todd Stashwick. So that was fun too, just hearing. Um,
Yeah, it's interesting. Tales like this are always interesting because these people do not know each other.
no, no,
yeah.
yeah, and it's
What was Todd Stashwick like on that panel? I bet he was pretty funny
It
then.
was
I mean,
very
he's so good
funny.
at panels. He's
Kind of,
so
I think he
yeah,
was kind of the glue, keeping every because everyone's a little older, like, and
yeah,
don't know each other, did not work together.
yeah. And some of them are
Um,
con veterans. Like Michael Berryman is probably at a horror con like
yeah.
2/3 of every weekend, and
Mm.
um,
Although, yeah, Michael Merman had this thing. It was like a word I wasn't allowed. My like co-writer of the book didn't want to let me use, and they spelled the word, and it was so not offensive. It took me a
I
minute to
couldn't
be
figure out
like.
what he's talking about either at first, but
So I was just gonna say the word. That's how non-offensive it was. It was the word gals. I was like,
yeah,
I have no. I was like, I'm so confused by
that
everything
story was
happening
weird,
right
but
now.
yeah,
Because yeah, he spelled GAL, and then I think I looked at that and I went, did he just spell a pretty obnoxious, like pretty innocent word?
yeah. I have his book right here. I haven't read it yet, but
See if he uses the word gals.
I'm
Michael
gonna have to.
Berryman,
Yeah,
though, he was born with some kind of a condition where like he doesn't have any
Yes.
hair on his head, and he has kind of like
Hmm.
this
yeah,
uniquely shaped head that like got him
Yeah.
like a lot of roles where
Hmm.
I guess he plays like a mutant man in the Hills Have Eye movies, but also he plays like
Yeah.
the first Bolian ever in Conspiracy. He
yep,
shows up in a couple
Hmm.
of the Star Trek movies as different alien characters. So
yeah. Star Trek 4, and then 5.
I know. I try to remember now. God, my brain is just. I'm trying, like because I remember Ray Wise talked a little bit about his not Vulcan character because he was the
Yeah.
proto Vulcan in and he
who
was like,
watches the Watchers?
yes, thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yeah,
And he was like, Picardo's my god. And it was clear that I think Todd Stafford knew what he was talking about. The other two were like, I don't know what Ray Wise is talking about.
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean,
Todd
there's a lot of episodes.
Stashwick's a big enough
Yeah.
nerd and
Yeah,
and hip enough with the pop culture stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I
Mhm.
know who all three of you are. What do you mean you don't know each other?
Yeah.
Ray Wise also showed up in Voyager. He
yep.
was
He
in
did.
the that episode with the quantum slipstream ship.
Hmm.
What was the name of that?
The episode, I don't, Dauntless, right? Is that the? No,
It was like the
that's not the
season 4
episode.
finale, but
Yeah.
I'm looking it up on Memory Alpha. But
In some
who
of these
we have
panels, I
here?
don't
Denise.
remember what happened.
Yeah.
Like this Michael
I
Dorn, Denise Crosby, John Delancey one. I'm sure it was delightful,
I
and I
don't
was there watching, but like
I
I've
Jo-
seen some of these people so many times that put
Joel,
them
I
together.
think that was your photo because I don't think I got to that panel. I think I was doing something.
Well, yeah, that was. I mean, that's the thing too, because yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes we'd be like, well, I got to go do this, and then
Because all those people are absolutely delightful. I love seeing them. I was prioritizing panels with people I hadn't seen before and I didn't think would come back.
yeah, and then new to the STLV, John Rhys Davies was there because he
Yeah.
was Leonardo in Voyager,
I
which is
that
the
man,
smallest role he's ever done compared to the the other
yeah.
huge
That
franchises.
the energy on that man.
Yes, he really does talk like that, like all the time.
Yes, all the time. And also you notice that he just was pacing the stage. Like
Yeah, he is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
and then he was
he
doing
is that energetic.
okay, what Scott Bakula did last year where he was like going and greeting like going to the people on the thing. But he's like, we keep going back and forth, and I wanted to be like, this is why they sit in the middle of the stage.
Yeah,
Like, he talked about his childhood, said something slightly problematic about Africa having no culture in his
apparently he
childhood.
was raised in like as a young kid. He was raised in I think still British
Oh, I'm sure it
colonial
was.
Africa in the 50s when he was very young. Because some of those weren't independent until the 60s, right? So
Yeah. Um,
yeah, so yeah,
talked about like sitting on the lap of a little bit of a controversial historical figure.
Oh yeah, Solis.
Yeah,
I sat on his lap.
I was like, okay. Um,
It's not something you hear someone say. I'm
Not
like, oh my
something
god,
most people
okay.
brag about.
no, you're just like, oh, okay, interesting. Um, I mean, nice. He. Although there was a funny, someone asked about like a competition with Orlando Bloom. It sounded like he was he did a good job. It sounded like he was legitimately mad at for a second, and I was like, oh no, he's just playing Gimli. Like he's doing a Gimli
Yeah.
thing. Great. I was like,
He would slip in and do that kind of stuff.
and I was because there was a second he was good enough that I was like, shit, did he actually get mad about something? I was like, oh good. Well, it's just because like sometimes like Shatner will like legitimately get mad about something,
Yeah.
and I was worried it was that, and then I was like, oh no, he's just doing Gimli. Delightful. Like.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. He had like a really interesting tie.
Yeah. Was that some vintage thing he said?
Yes, he said it was
Yeah.
like a vintage tie. And he was like, I love vintage ties. And then he went, please don't buy me a vintage tie. And I was like, clearly he told that to too many people and people keep buying him ties.
Yeah.
It's just got a closet full of them back
Yeah.
there.
And then here we have the TNG guest star panel with some people, who are kind of always there, like Jonathan
Yeah.
Del Arco and Natalia Nagolic and Daniel Davies, who been there.
And then
Last years.
he
But we had
left-
Shannon Phil for the first time.
Oh,
Uh,
cool. Oh, that's awesome.
this
She
was-
So that was
Was it because everyone was like cheering for her? They kind of had to explain to the other actress, like, I think, like, why it was such a big deal she was there.
Yeah.
Although very funnily, the moderator I think had gotten confused for a second. And when they were coming up, they called Daniel Davis Ray Wise,
Yeah.
and so he didn't come out for a second. And then when he came out, he was like, "I haven't been Ray Wise for years."
Just to remind people who Shannon Phil is, but she played Sito in both TNG and Lower Decks, and it was really hard for Mike McMahon to find her, to bring
track
her
her
into
down.
Lower Decks. Yeah,
I meant
she
to
doesn't
get
act anymore.
Yeah, I meant to get a photo with her at her booth, but then she wasn't officially there. And then we ran into her we saw her getting a tattoo on the day she wasn't officially there.
Yeah, this year they had actual tattoos. I know some people saw pictures that are like, oh, those aren't real art. Like, no, there's
Well,
like
they
4
are.
or 5 actual artists.
No, because someone was like,
Giving
"Oh, you're gonna
actual
get?"
tattoos.
Someone, I think someone thought they're asking me like, "Are you gonna get one?" I was like, "No." Like,
I don't know how you'd have the time, even if you got a little one.
yeah. Interesting to know, Chris. That was interesting. I don't have a normal tattoo, and then Taylor, I don't think anyone brought up Princess Diaries 2 on that panel.
That
No,
was
not
John
on that
Rhys
one.
Davies is in
Oh, yeah, yes.
right?
Yes, that's right.
And I put
Get him and Chris Pine on a panel together.
Yeah,
Because they could ask them both about it.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then
he's
an
in that movie,
unexpectedly
too.
He is-
amazing panel was on the
Con
Inglorious
Musical.
Experts.
Yeah, that dude, he's from Texas. He's from Dallas. He had a YouTube channel called Brental Floss. Right?
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
guy I'm thinking
Here's
of.
the thing. Yes, it is. And here's the thing. I grew up watching that. Joel did not. We ended up on an elevator with him at some point in the Rio. And we're having trouble with the, like, because you had to scan and then press, and it was acting weird. And I was, like, talking to him about it. And then we get off, and I freak out about the fact that I've just had a conversation with Rachel Floss. And Joel's like, what's going on? What's happening? Why is Rachel freaking out?
Yeah, before he did Con the Musical, he
Yeah.
had a lot of if these video game theme songs had lyrics.
Yes.
He made lyrics to the Mega Man theme song.
Okay.
And this
Funny stuff.
This will be less relevant to Joel, but so with this, they were telling people that they're not like touring Con the Musical because that's costs money, but they are giving the rights out to like different
They're
community theaters.
licensing it.
They're licensing it to
for
different
pretty
community
cheap.
theaters.
Yeah.
Anyways, a community theater in Houston's doing it next year,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
so it might be a road trip time.
Yeah, we can go check that
'Cause,
out.
Yeah.
I've seen interviews. They were on Sci-Fi Sisters and some others, and the people seem really great. And they'd play
Yeah.
a few songs, and they have a YouTube channel with some Con the Musical songs, and they were pretty good. But what they did here,
So good. I think a parody musical like this it hits different in person. Live theater is like, it's really hard to get the feeling of live theater filmed.
But so this is not the person who's doing it in because they're based out of somewhere right next to New York or in New York.
They did an off-Broadway one.
Yeah, they did a small run,
and they had some actors from that. This is just Brent Floss's friend from college who came in to do con
2 or 3 days.
This. He is so fucking good. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's California. It's not the musical theater capital. It's
although a lot. I mean, there's a lot of theater in
Sure,
New York and California.
You think he's coming off, New York or something. But yeah, this song is a parody of Rocky Horror mixed with con, so it's like it's sweet. Yeah, Sweet Transvestite. Yeah.
Yes, it was a song.
Except it's con. It's about con, and it was so. I tried to get the pictures with the funny.
Yeah, I somewhere. I can post it later. I filmed the entire thing of this because I think it was only good for a part of it, and it was just so good I kept filming.
Yeah.
So I love that Heath Ledger was like, yeah, he's probably never going to play him. Like, he hasn't played him since, probably won't play him again. I was like, that's a mistake. Make him play it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he wants his sweet, true vengeance. That's
yes.
The line. Unexpectedly we went to a panel and it was just like,
yeah, I think,
my God, this is amazing.
I think I was the one pushing for this to go to this.
No, and you're like, yeah, we should go, and
because I was like, I don't think it's. I'm the big musical theater fan of the three of us.
Yeah.
This is karaoke.
Yeah, I never sure what the next slide is,
but this is the Enterprise karaoke.
This is the first night.
Yeah.
With Connor and Dom, and of course, Anthony came out later.
Yeah.
Well, I see if they're singing "I've Got Faith of the Heart." I'm sure our friend Corrine was there singing along. That's like her favorite song.
Yeah.
She did do. Did she do another song or that song? I can't remember.
Oh no, she did. She did a song. Oh shoot, I can't remember. She did do it, but a song. But I don't think they let people do "Faith of the Heart." I think they just ended with "Faith of the Heart."
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to.
Especially when the Enterprise people are there.
Yeah, sing like "Faith of the Heart." I think is best song in a group drunk.
Yeah, and there was many versions of that too.
Yes.
So this was an interesting panel with the YouTubers who are basically new to Star Trek talking about it. So Ellie Littlechild was there, and the I can't read the slide. The other ones who from other channels who are doing basically first rewatches, and they're talking mainly about how trying not to get spoiled when you have Trekkies in the chat.
Yeah. Because there's one thing challenge that they consider. Okay, there was one thing they're like, I consider this a spoiler. And I was like, I wouldn't. But that's up to them. Like, obviously. Yeah. And when they said, if they say something like, I'm looking forward to what they do with this, and people are like, that never comes back. I was like, I think that's fair, especially if someone's like, I think this is really cool, and I was like, maybe here's some like memory beta stuff if you really like that.
Yeah, target audience. Yeah, Joanne just said it in the chat.
Yes, thank you. That is right.
It's very small right here. I can't read it.
And it was a really interesting panel, but a lot of these panels we'd be like, have watched the big end of one and then like run into this one. So
they do stagger them so they don't all start at the same time.
Yeah,
which is good. So,
but yeah, that's always the struggle at STLV is just like, even if you're just mainly just trying to check out panels, it's like it's hard to get all the panels. Like even if you're not in line for photo ops and autographs.
Yes, and I believe this starts the day that I was hanging out, Friday, which is me hanging out in a panel room, trying to get Alexander Siddig's autograph.
That's why we're because we always sit on the left.
Yeah,
and so we're on the right here because we're in line for.
I'm trying to wait for them to allow me to get in line for general admission.
Yeah, because Sid was there the one day, so
yeah, it was crazy. He was so
didn't
nice.
Have a table at vendors, so it's just in the main room. And you could buy, you didn't have to just have gold. You could buy an autograph too. And Rachel had. So we were there waiting in line, and they tell you we were waiting for, on the screen, gold. Captain's chair.
I will say, I have never before appreciated so much that they put the signing room in the panel room.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because I was like, oh, I'm not. At least I'm like watching the big panels while I'm waiting though, so that's nice.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I understand why people get like gold, captain's chair, and copper.
Yeah.
To get, I was like, if I was more into getting like everyone's signature, I think I would be more worth it.
Yeah, and
this is
Wilson
fun.
Cruz, Anthony
They're
Rapp,
also
Mary
great.
Chieffo,
They're always great.
Yeah, always good.
Yeah, I like that they had some Discovery actors there.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we were on this side of the room too, they had the big First Contact one, and Rick
that's
Berman.
An interesting panel. Yeah, with the
and James Cromwell. I mean, because Ronald D. Moore and Brown and Braga. I mean, they're there a bunch. For years. But yeah, James Cromwell and Rick Berman.
What I thought was interesting, and then because the app got confused about when, because at some point we had moved because we realized it was going to be a while. So I think we moved back to the left, and we're talking. I think to Thad, and I said something. I was like, "Why isn't Jonathan Frakes on this panel?" Like, it's bizarre.
He directed
he directed this movie. Thing. And then also, someone made a weird comment. One of them, it wasn't James Cromwell, made a weird comment about like. Jonathan Frakes, it was like, it looked like a real movie. And I was like, because what are you talking about? He's a real director.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then, because the Croatian app was wrong, and Jonathan Frakes had already left to go to a different convention. And that's why he, Dad was like, oh yeah, Frakes is gone. That's why he's not. And I was like, oh, I said, the app lied to me. Like, it was interesting.
I've never seen Rick Berman at a Star Trek convention.
Well, he hadn't really been one since, like, maybe.
And it was interesting because I was like, I don't like one of these people.
Well,
James Cromwell was great. So, I did make a joke. I said, does anyone have eyes on Stan? Like,
we were looking.
And then I think you didn't know. You're like, why? I was like, where's? I was like, no, because Rick Berman's on stage. Legitimately, where's Stan? Cromwell, oh my god, I did not see this in person, but there's videos of this. I guess Cromwell's pretty old now, so he was going around he like walked out on stage, but he's going around the convention in a motor scooter, but he made it look like the Phoenix and was like playing Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh, that is
I think
funny.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if someone helped him and gave it to him, but it was a little hysterical.
It was great. And then there's a great video he's like going and it's Rod Roddenberry stops him. Was like, "Hey," and then he's like, "Oh, fan, hello." And then he's like, "Oh no, like this is Eugene Roddenberry's son. Like I'm gonna talk to him." And then I saw that video online. I did not see this thing in person. I don't know where. Oh, I was in this panel room waiting for Alexander Siddig, which is why I missed it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it took so long. At some point, they were like, which I don't have a photo of. There was a Deep Space Nine, there was a First Contact, cosplay like photo op, and it was just in the like right outside the room. I went, I can go do that, so I went out and did it. Like,
so this is a big Deep Space Nine panel here. We got Alexander Siddig, Dana Visitor, Sirach Lofton, Chase Masterson, Casey Biggs, and Jeffrey Combs. That's pretty huge.
This was the panel I was most looking forward to for multiple reasons. Deep Space Nine's my favorite, and the person that I think I tried to. This I found really sweet. The way Alexander Siddig and Nana Visitor look at each other is like clear, like there's still a lot of love there.
I've noticed that too at when I saw them on stage together years ago.
Yeah, they're not faking that.
No, I was like, that's really sweet. That is not, because someone was like, oh yeah, they were together, and I was like, that is not a guarantee.
Yeah, no, they've been divorced for years.
They've been divorced a long time.
But they raised 2 kids together.
Yeah, I don't remember any.
I was gonna say Casey
words from it, but
they don't even think they like said anything in particular about like their. Well, it's you don't see that man with Roxanne Dawson on a panel, like
Well, yeah, because
they also didn't work together.
Some people get along with their exes, and some people don't.
Do not.
Yeah.
So I thought it was very sweet. But yeah,
I did learn Casey Biggs. He's a big like wine guy. He loves to talk about like wine
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
stage at Star Trek conventions. And he said he got his love of wine from Roxanne Dawson's dad when they were married. So, but yeah, but like that's the closest thing they've ever come doing a panel together is
Yeah.
mentioning that
I
anecdote.
I don't know if I should tell the story, like Chris's story about Casey Biggs at the table. That I guess Casey Biggs did not have the Deep Space Nine documentary, so they like just gave it to him. And they're like, "Oh, do you want the other one?" And he did not want the Voyager one.
That's funny.
And I don't
no Voyager. We don't watch that in my house.
Yeah, he was like, no, like, and I don't get the impression like, oh, I hate her, but like some people they don't want to see their ex, which I get.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good picture.
That was one I grabbed from Twitter.
So I gotta say, yeah, you gave me this one, but it's like I know you didn't run. I remember you did not run up and take this.
Yeah, because I saw someone on Twitter and I was like, oh, I want
it's
that.
It's a really good picture. Yeah.
Someone in gold must have taken this. The one story, and I had like gone to get my throat was like killing me this day. My most asked question this day was, do you happen to have cough drops? And I went to get water, and he was telling this, and so I was like, during that, Alexander Siddig was talking about the 2 episodes he directed, one of which they did not like at all, and he was never invited back to direct. But one he did, and he had Lawrence Tierney, who apparently had like no memory left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a crazy episode, where he's playing like this like gangster dictator of a planet, but he was actually like insane in real life, it sounds like.
Yes. Well, this I don't think was, because there's other stories about Lawrence Tierney where he was like always kind of insane. This sounds like he had dementia.
Scary. I think, but
so he like they would give him the lines and he couldn't remember it like line to line he would forget. So Alexander Siddig had to end up going between his legs and read him the lines.
Because he was at a table, the character. So Sid was underneath.
Yeah, and then he said occasionally he would like forget who was there, and he would be like, "Where's the director?" And he was like, "Down here." But another story, because I find Lawrence Tierney frightening because from the Seinfeld set. At some point, he was never invited back to play Elaine's father on Seinfeld because Lawrence Tierney stole one of the knives from the kitchen set, was like putting it in his jacket. Jerry Seinfeld, this sounds brave but stupid to me, went up to him and was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And then he went up to him like it did psycho sound and went ee, like at Jerry Seinfeld. And they never invited they never invited him back.
A lot of people think he threw a woman out of a window one time and committed murder. So yeah, he's he's nuts.
Yeah,
he
was a nuts dude.
But yeah.
Also in The Big Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
But he's played, I guess, multiple Star Trek characters. So
they wouldn't let him come back to play the same character on Seinfeld, but
oh well. And then we saw George was there, and that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember anything.
I think the George panel was really fun, but it was a lot of stories I've heard George Takei tell before.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Like, there's only so many stories you could.
And he knows the hits, and he knows what he wants to say. He does.
Yes, and it's also, it's not his fault that we come back every year.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
George it was delightful as always.
Yes, delightful as always.
And then we were in line for Sid, so we probably wouldn't have gone to Robert Beltran's. But
just still grumpy, still talking about like I just
why can't Star Trek be Shakespeare? Why do they have?
There was one where he was like, you always know what's gonna happen, and I was like, yeah, it's your acting that makes you care. Because he was always like, I need good writing. And he was like, well, what do you like want? And I was like, yeah, because you're not inspiring them and you're not giving them anything to work with. So they're trying to like get something out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, he spoke very well in Prodigy. I will say that.
Yeah.
I thought the Hagman brothers.
Shoot. I did the wrong thing. 1 second, I'll fix that.
He did speak very well on Prodigy and thought he was written very well on Prodigy. And I do think he's written better on Prodigy. I will give him that.
For sure.
And then some stuff is not his fault. The Native American stuff not aging well is not Robert Belson's fault. It's that fucking scam artist that they hired, and it turned out to be like a fraud.
Yeah, that's not actually his fault, but we were mostly there for the Sid line, and then
Sid line.
It wasn't as bad as I thought, but
yeah.
And then the next thing is the another thing we probably wouldn't have gone to for the subject matter was
our friends were doing it. Well,
yeah, but the Janeway Chakotay one.
Okay, and then the Hageman brothers came in late. I felt so bad for them. They put this panel about Janeway and Chakotay on the same time as like Voyager panels were going on.
No, and Kate, Kate's on the main stage. And then,
Kate was on the main stage, and they were talking specifically about Janeway.
Yeah, so this is Ellie Littlechild, Linda Pages, and meteorologist Katie.
Yes.
And then later the Hagemans you'll see join them.
And
that was our a rock star moment. Is we're standing behind these seats because this is Vic's lounge.
Yeah.
And the Hagemans come in and just immediately start talking to us.
Because I think they came in. I smiled at them. But I also was wearing a giant dress. Like, I don't know. Like I wouldn't. I was in an odd enough cosplay that if they didn't recognize me, I wouldn't have been like insulted in any way. But they clearly did.
Or
maybe they recognized
me too. They came. We were talking to me because I had talked to them before.
Yeah.
Mostly Kevin, but because Dan wasn't there last year. But
yeah, we were just like talking to them for a little bit before they had to like jump up there.
Yeah. So.
What's funny is I had planned to like go sit down, but then they started talking to us at a table, and I was like, "Guess I'm staying here." Like, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
We saw someone meet them dressed up as Murph, so that was great.
Yes, there's someone in a Murph dress. Someone had a crocheted toddler Murph. Murph.
The Murph dress, I might need to steal their idea. They just had like a purple iridescent skirt they made to like resemble Murph, and I was like, "Ooh, that's smart." I like that.
Everybody loves Murph.
Should we bring up someone thought I was Katie?
It's gonna come up anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Someone came up to me, and it was
like Wednesday, right away.
It was Friday because
I was that late. Okay.
It was because I was in the blue uniform. I think that was part of it. I was in the Deep Space Nine uniform. When they came up to me and said, "Hey, you're on TV, right?" And I was like, "Oh, you must mean like YouTube."
Yeah, we thought YouTube or TikTok.
And I was like, "Oh, YouTube, TikTok." He was like, "No." And then he went, and then he was like, "No." He's like, "You do the weather, right?" And then I just went, "Oh, I'm not Katie." Like,
and then, similar height, curly hair.
What's funny is immediately anyone we told that, including Katie, went, "Oh, I can see it." Like, but it was just very funny because I was like, it was so funny because I immediately knew who they thought I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't there a Star Trek weather check? Is that you?
It's not me. I see why you think that visually, but no. And then I think personality-wise, I think Katie and I can be similar, especially at a convention.
Yeah, I don't think you have the energy stamina that Katie does.
No, because no one does. Like,
she says she eventually collapses, but yeah, I didn't see it.
Same. Like,
and then there was this creators, which is showrunners panel, which had so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take this picture? I don't even remember if I was at this one.
I did. We kind of got the end of it because I think.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I think because we didn't see the whole thing, but.
I think maybe this started like during that last panel, and so we
that's what it was. Okay, yeah.
We wanted to
Mike
stay.
McMahon, they had a lot of people who weren't on too many
the other panel. I knew the people there, like, so I knew the people doing it. They were my friends, so I wanted to like stay there the whole time.
Yeah, we did. And that one, Chris's Transporter Room channel has that whole JC panel. You can
and I think Ellie said she's eventually going to post it as well, but I think Ellie's still like. I think Ellie flew to the U.S. and is now doing other U.S. touristy things.
Yeah,
because
she loves Disney World. She always
ends up on there, I think. Well, then also like if you flew all the way from England, don't just fly back.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see here. So I think we just caught the end of this. So I don't really remember anything specific other than seeing everyone there. And here was the big Enterprise 25th anniversary panel, all the usuals, but of course Scott was there, and Linda Park, who is not normally there.
Yeah,
Actually, I would just say no John Billingsley, so that is not
because
unusual.
he got some theater gig, so he
I
was
think
there.
was it Ireland? It was somewhere like
somewhere in Europe or something.
Yeah, it was like Ireland or Scotland, something like that.
Well, good for him.
Yeah,
obviously that man loves his theater.
because they made a point of like that's where John is because it's unusual. It's not there, and then
usually at like every panel.
Yeah, and then
people with questions.
And then no one was surprised Jolene wasn't there.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it was wonderful to see Scott again.
Yes, Chris, thank you. It is Scotland.
Yeah. Oh, Scott. Okay. And seeing Linda, because I've never seen her before. I mean, obviously,
same.
She's great. And
also,
this panel was just so fun.
It was so fun. Everyone kind of shitting on Dom was so funny.
Well, he
Scott is
the guy talking shit about everyone else.
Yeah,
Scott is so good about the improv theater kind of stuff, and
Scott is like every time I see like in the best way, I'm like Scott Bakula is so charming. Like
yes, he is.
Maybe he wanted that Star Trek United TV show.
Yeah. It's funny
he's gonna get a TV show. He's gonna get a TV show. I mean, he knows that.
Yeah.
It won't necessarily be Star Trek, but
he's gonna get something.
They're gonna use
people
Scott,
were asking about him. He's like, "It's happening." And Scott's like, "I am not promising anything. Don't put that on me."
Yeah. He knows how things work. I mean.
Yeah. Apparently, everyone at the time gave Linda Park dating advice, which makes sense.
She was because she was just got out of acting school.
Well, then she was like, "Everyone was like my brother, not Dom. Everyone was like my brother."
Yes, it was quite fun.
She talked about she had like some cool stories and photos of her doing Antigone recently.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cool, and her talking about how I need to say sorry. That it was a role she didn't think she would get to play because she's kind of older than you would usually cast Antigone at this point in her life. But she was like, okay, I get one more young woman role and then retired.
Well, she still looks so good too.
She still looks great.
Oh my God, she looks amazing.
Yeah, I didn't want to say like she was saying that. I'm not saying Linda Park is old. Antigone is usually played by like a teenager.
No, like, no.
That is the point I'm trying to make there.
And then this was one of Larry's panels. This, I hate when they don't put it on. I forget which one this was because Larry had quite a few panels in Vic's Lounge.
Many. Is this?
This one is.
Oh my God.
I don't remember which one this is. Sorry, Larry.
If anyone knows who. This is not the state of Star Trek. That was
not
later.
The Star Trek 4 Locations one. He did that one. It's not the state of Star Trek one because that's.
I probably was going to get food during this.
Yeah, that's a pretty big
Lounge
panel. But I don't know who these people are.
Oh my God! If
Mystery
anyone.
Panel. Okay, but we'll have to move on. But then the really interesting one was that Peter Weller and Bruce Greenwood because they're both they're both in Kelvin, and I mean because Peter of course was also in Enterprise, but
yeah, I think this is better for him.
Yeah, Kelvin is a better role. So this is really interesting, just to hear them both talk about stuff.
Yeah,
it was pretty amazing.
Really cool. They didn't like. Bruce Greenwood talking more about Star Trek than Peter Weller did, which makes sense. He's had the more substantial role in those movies. I remember him talking about playing chess. The one thing I'm surprised no one went up and asked, and I almost did, but their line was really long, and so I knew I wasn't gonna like.
Yeah, get to it.
I wanted to ask I'd like to share a memory about Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Or I would just say like if either of you, because I can't remember if Peter Weller has any scenes with him. But
probably
I don't believe he does, but
yeah, I mean he might have.
Not many people. Yeah, Kirk and The Office, right? And then on the other
Well,
ship.
then,
It's
in
just
my head,
Scotty and Kirk.
that
And,
story would that question would be more for Bruce Greenwood, and
Yeah.
it made
Yeah.
me think about it. If he mentioned playing chess on the set, Bruce Greenwood did, and he's like, "Yeah, that was a lot of fun." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, there's photos of him playing with Anton, like,
yeah.
which are in retro, like very sweet always, but in retrospect, especially sweet."
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. Bruce did seem. I thought about trying to get a picture with Bruce, but I was running low on cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Weller's would be cool for me to see because
Yeah.
when I was a little kid, I loved the RoboCop movie, mainly the
Mhm.
first one. But
He's
I
in
guess
so many
Yeah.
giant genre movies.
He-
And I,
oh, Buckaroo Banzai
Buckaroo
also.
Yeah.
Banzai.
which apparently he says he's like, that movie's great. I have no idea what's going on, but
And everyone forgets he's also in Star Trek Enterprise. He's in
Yep.
I did.
Demons and
Yeah.
Terra Firma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
He and then it was interesting because it was clear like Peter Weller was like, I don't really get this, but it's fun hanging out. But it was interesting how like he said it in a way that didn't come off rude, unlike Robert Belton.
Yeah.
Well, then Peter Weller said it was like, did say something like, but it is fun meeting the fans because like if you guys didn't like me, I wouldn't be here. Like,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't have a career.
Yeah.
And yes, I did successfully at the last day deliver Chris his Tex-Trek merch.
Cool.
It took days and planning.
Yeah, and then I was like, please take this.
Well,
Chris
sounds
is
like
like, I
everyone
have
was
stuff
so
in my
busy.
booth.
Yes.
Everyone had so much.
Well, then
Everyone with the
also,
booth is
I'm
so
gonna call
busy.
you out for a second, Joel. On the first day, we discovered like I put too much stuff in my bag, and then I had Chris's stuff with me, and Joel was like, "Well, it's not a heavy bag," and then I think I was just glaring at Joel like, "Yes, it is."
Narrator. It was
then-
in fact a heavy
Yeah, and then he
bag.
picks me up,
You
and he's
carry
like,
it
"Ah."
then.
Yeah,
I did a lot. To
I
be fair,
did.
I did carry it a lot, but
we did. Well, because often we'd be like taking a photo, and then it was just, and then it'd be like, "Okay, you have it," and it'd be one of the things we were just moving, and as long as someone moving with me had it, I'll be like, "I'll get it when we get to the next spot," but as long as it's moving there.
yeah.
And my water bottle I brought was like weirdly heavy. I discovered.
With the accumulation, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the one heaviest thing probably.
Yes.
But then Saturday night was, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday
Yeah.
night. On the Inglourious Basterds stage, we had Hanging with Dr. Z, who's it's what
Oh my god, I can't think of his real
Dana
name.
Gould.
It is
right?
Dana Gould,
Was underneath
yes.
the mask. And this is something he's done for a while now. It's like, what if
It is.
Planet of the Apes was just they used actors who just happened to be apes, and this one after the movie became a talk show host, like
Yeah.
um
This was very
70s.
funny, except he's mic'd differently when he usually does this.
because yeah, when I've seen him on YouTube and video things, it sounds fine.
Yeah, well, the person sitting behind me, I guess had seen him before, and I said to him, I think I said to Joel, and he went, he must usually have the mic in the mask
Yeah,
because it was really hard to understand him.
Oh,
it was muffled.
interesting.
And then
You could
he,
hear, but it would come.
it was just
really
not.
hard.
Yes, because and then I was like, is it just a mic issue? And then everyone else sounded fine.
Yeah, 'cause,
Nana was great.
one of the I forget which the guy on the left here is one of the Inglourious Basterds guys.
Dave
and then-
Foley sounded fine.
Yeah, Nana comes out and
On another time, someone got called Ray Wise.
Yeah.
So apparently Ray Wise was supposed to be there. And then
I
they're like, well, he
know.
left. And they're like, because, well, then jury duty, people kept making jokes about jury duty. And if, I don't know if it got canceled, but I was supposed to have jury duty starting like Tuesday. And so every
It
time,
hit too hard.
yeah, because we talked to, okay, if anyone knows this man's name, because he's so nice. So when he works at the Vic's Lounge and like works for the Rio,
If you've been to STLV, you know this guy.
you know who this guy. He was so nice, and he was
Yeah,
talking about he was
tall
trying
dude
to.
with glasses, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
also-
exactly who you're talking about.
He purposely makes sure to be there because he's like, yeah,
Yes.
he makes tons.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. 'Cause sling coffee all day. It's not hard.
Oh my God, Chris did this. He did give it back to me for a second. I was like, I swear to God, Chris. But like at some point, my when I was dressed as Janeway, I had the hollow emitter on, and it kept it dropped twice, and then I put it. But the one time it dropped, and I felt it drop. I couldn't find it, and he went. I saw it roll and brought it to me. But at some point he was talking about he was supposed to have jury duty like starting like during that week, and he was trying to get out of it because he makes so much tips like this weekend that week. So he was like bringing him his like things have been like this will be a financial hardship, and he was able to get out of it. So yay!
Oh, cool.
Because we
Good
saw
for
him the next
him.
day, and we're like, "Yeah, you're here." And he's like, normally I would do it, but like I make so much more money this week. Like it's
Yeah, nonstop.
And I compared it to being from Austin, like if a waiter got like jury duty during South by,
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
that's
but
6
then
months' wages.
we were
Yeah.
talking, but yeah, such a nice guy. But then he made a joke because he was like, "Can you imagine if I didn't show up for things? What if does Ray Wise show up for jury duty?" And then I was like, "Oh, me." But my guess is that Ray Wise's agent said he would come do this and forgot what day Ray Wise was leaving because Ray Wise didn't even have a booth that day.
Yeah, I don't know,
Hmm.
but
So-
Nana had so much fun here. Dave
Yes.
Foley, who's I mean, no surprise that Dave Foley is
Yeah.
hilarious in
Well,
person.
then it was
'cause-
perfect. Like if you had to like oh, this person we wanted isn't going to be there. There's a comedian who's really good at improv here. Great, bring him on.
Yeah.
It was on here. I didn't. We ended up missing his like big panel, but we saw him here with Dave Foley. Ended up talking a little bit about. I'm sure he did more of his actual panel talking about his Strange New Worlds character,
Yeah.
which luckily had like aired 2 days before.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is Saturday, so it came
Yeah.
out Thursday.
It was definitely Saturday because I remember what panel I was in that dress in because they're so big.
Got to keep it together. And yeah, I just finally took a pic. This is what they have pasted on the
Mhm.
side of the Trexpert stage.
And
I
I
was like,
often
should take a
I
picture of that.
really like these panels because they're not. It's usually a little bit more niche. What's going on the stage?
Yeah, they are. I wish I could have got to more in this
Mhm.
room this year. I didn't. In past years, I have, but
Yeah.
it's always what you can get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they tend
But
to be a little bit
they
more,
will put some of them on their YouTube channel and
Yes.
podcast. So
their panels tend to be a little bit more like people other than just like the big actors. That
Yes.
They had a
get
whole
Q&A
panel on
panels
Star Trek
all the
fonts.
time.
they had a
Mhm.
font panel.
Oh, that would have been so cool to see.
There
I
was
know.
some.
I
know.
heard
I
it was
think.
cool.
I think they had one about Star Trek politics
Yeah.
that I chose. The main panel at that point, which we'll get to in a second, had like the costume designer from Strange New Worlds. It is someone
Yeah.
who cosplays a lot, specifically Strange New Worlds. I was like, I want to go to the politics one. I'm going to the costuming one because
And
be proud. I got there at 9 a.m. dressed as
Yes.
a cowgirl. Like
the
for this
Starfleet Academy one was 9:15 Sunday morning.
morning.
We made
felt-
it, people. Okay.
This
I
is
know,
the
I know
only
This doesn't sound like a big flex, but oh my god, that was.
Well, because we were sitting across the street.
Yeah, at the Gold Coast.
I walked in cowgirl boots that don't fit me that well. I brought them. I brought sneakers to change into once we got photos. I wasn't dumb. This panel was
Yeah.
great. I have a bunch of video from this panel I need to post eventually. You can tell Robert Picardo was a little late for this panel, but
Yeah,
he must
was.
have not been staying at the Rio because he said his driver didn't show up and that's why he was late. So
Yeah,
he
he
said
must
he
have
like
not.
called an Uber, like he scheduled an Uber and it didn't show.
It's funny. All the kids got there, but the professor
Yeah.
was late. If he would have been 15 minutes late,
That's,
he still had credit. But
That has happened to me at college. The professor made the last one there.
yeah,
This panel was great, and that's
Yeah,
also
so
I
a
think
lot of gets, a lot of actors.
people showed up too. It wasn't
people
just us.
showed up. I think it was especially how early it was. Everyone who was there were people who cared about Academy, and I think I felt bad. One, Academy has not. People online. I think I do legitimately think it's mostly trolls with the Academy
Yeah.
shit because
Mhm. They didn't watch it.
yeah, they didn't watch it.
They were never gonna watch it.
Yeah. And I felt bad, especially the panel filled with the panel for the show for young people aired on they did that for 9:15 on Sunday morning and a bunch of new people and I was like, everyone is hungover. Like, why are you doing this to them?
It's good they had them on the weekend because I mean it's a
Yes.
big day, so
Big
that way
day.
they could be at the vendor's room and do stuff and
Yeah.
photos. So I mean that part was good to have them on the weekend, but the panel was hilarious.
The
I mean,
panel's
they all
so
get-
good.
They all get together, and you learned about some things like Romeo Carrar apparently was improvising at the initial table read, which is
Mhm.
insane. But he did it so well that
Oh,
the writers made the role bigger.
yeah, they said there's more Arkham next season,
Yeah,
which I'm so excited about.
because he was just so good.
Because it was basically that, like, he's a reoccurring character that they were like, well, he's really good, so we're going to bring him in more.
Yeah, and which everyone who watched it knows. I mean,
yeah, they talked about the cancellation, and it's because like the kids were being more PC and politically correct about like, we'll see what happens. And Gina Rothschild is like, I'm mad.
Bless her.
Who was?
Gina Rothschild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny.
Who's amazing.
She was so much fun.
Yeah, you saw her on the cruise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was funny. You could tell, like, Barbara Ricardo was like, I'm going to say something. And then it was like, no, I'm just going to let Gina go off. This works. It works for me.
Yeah.
At some point, they asked everyone their favorite cuss word. So I have everyone just cussing in a row. The only one I remember Barbara Ricardo went last is this shit.
He said he was old school, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gina had to pick a couple.
Yeah. Also, the way Bella's looking at Kareem there is really cute.
Yeah. They're all, it's just delightful to see. Yeah.
Kareem is wearing my friend Zila's shirt here. You can't see it, but it said it's the shirt that says cunt, and then the U.S. Vulcan salute.
I think that was Gina's favorite. One of her words, yeah.
Yeah.
The Salon Boys gave me one of those shirts.
Yes.
So, thank you.
I do. He's wearing that in a picture with us, and I was choosing the one you could least tell what word it is.
I'm wearing that Murph shirt I got from Bonnie right now.
Oh, I have that shirt. Yeah, but I was thinking about this and that one, and I was like, he might wear that one, so that's why I went with this one.
Yeah. What would Murph do? He'd probably
eat it. The panel was fantastic. A lot of people talking about like getting this is a big break for a lot of these actors, obviously. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, a lot of them are just very young. The people were asking like, what Star Trek did you go back? This panel, like, all the questions were good, which was not the case.
Yeah.
We'll talk about like how people became celebrities based on just asking good questions. And I know, like, Zoe, her name is Zoe. She said she specifically went to watch TNG because she wanted to watch Marina.
Yeah, which
makes sense. Yeah. At some point we watched. Oh my God! Please, Caleb, whose name I forgot again. I asked you last night. That actor's name is go back to
Sandra Rasta.
Yes, Sandra Rasta. We were, I think, getting a picture. I think with Kareem, and then Ellie Littlechild was walking by, and he had her come over, and he was like, "I watch your YouTube channel." It's like I watch your videos, and so that was really cool to like see.
Yeah, it was just spontaneous.
Yes. Gina, and I made, because we got a picture with Gina, and I made sure to be like, I really appreciated what you said. I agree with everything, and then also I'm a big fan. And we'll get me a picture, so we'll get there.
We'll get
lower decks.
This was Sunday. This was this. Of course, we knew this was going to be insane because any of us who'd been to, you just need two of these people.
I think that's the first time they've ever all four been on a panel together.
I think so.
Mission, right? Eugene wasn't a who was in a Mission?
It's Eugene.
Cordero was not there.
Because there was a running joke for a long time.
They never met each other.
They hadn't met each other.
Yeah.
They had before this. It was before this. This was not, because I remember I have a picture for my first STLV, because Eugene Cordero was a last minute get for my first STLV. It was literally he was not in any of the things, and someone was like, by the way, Eugene Cordero's coming. So I didn't have anything for him to sign, and I got and they didn't have anything for him at first, and I grabbed the headshot of him, and he said, by the way, because they weren't allowed that year because of strikes to have the Star Trek stuff at their tables.
Yep.
And he said it the way it was so charming. I just got like a headshot, and he went, by the way, we have Trek stuff there too. And I went, oh, and I said, I love you on other things. Like, I love The Good Place too. So I'm like, I want this. And he went, I said, I like me in that too. And then he asked about, because I was wearing that big like Elysian Kingdom ball gown. He was like, "You look great. What is this?"
Yeah.
Like-
Not your show, but it's another one.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Okay." He was like, "You look fantastic. I just don't understand why you're in a big princess ball gown."
Yeah, but yeah, Jack Wade Reichert himself into the
Yes,
chair.
that
which
if you go to,
Rachel
I have a
does
video
have
of
a video
that
of,
I've posted
so
already.
I tried to take my picture, didn't turn out. I wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, picture it's too hard. That one I was like, you just need to do a video of.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say not on every panel. Scott Mann's moderating was a lot better this year.
Yeah, because in previous years when he's on Lower Decks, it's just like,
It's been a little.
Did
why
you
is
watch
he
it?
moderating the Lower Decks panel? It's like, yeah, like he doesn't watch Lower
I-
Decks. Like,
you know,
he
'cause
seems to have now. 'cause
He
it-
seems-
it was noticeably better than
It was
he
the
waited
noticeable-
for it to end and then he binged the whole thing.
Maybe.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
exactly
And
what he
maybe
did.
because I know, and I'd say I know some people gave feedback last year about him not being great, so maybe he got that feedback.
Yeah.
I know. It's someone. All three of us know in this thing. I know something that said Scott Mance's like moderating was not good, so maybe they gave that feedback and he was a professional and like took it as like because I
Yeah,
was
'cause
like.
his-
I was. He also did the Deep Space Nine one, and I meant he was good at the Deep Space Nine one.
Yeah.
So I will. You know, if he will start doing a better job, I will like. I will
Sure.
eat my words there.
And, you know, 3/4 of the way through the panel, the captain comes, Don Lewis, to
Yeah.
get them in line because they're.
And then it
slide
became
down.
clear they did not plan that. John Lewis decided to start berating them in the middle of the panel.
Creation might have planned to send her out, but yet the
Yeah.
other people didn't know.
Yeah, this kind of thing has happened though, where
Yeah,
like
because there was a second Lower Decks panel with
Yes.
Red and Jillian and
Which
Dawn.
we wanted to watch, but we ended up in the
but we
vendor's
had
room.
the photo op.
We had a photo op, and I
which we'll show
also
later.
needed to find Christina Chong.
Yep. So we did get to see Dawn come out and
Yes,
try to
yeah.
get them in line. It was hilarious.
Mhm.
Because she's absolutely wonderful, of course.
Dawn was so good,
As
like
always.
as always. And I've seen Dawn before, and we did get to see a little because luckily, in some of the lines outside, they have videos of what's going on in the Nimoy.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, they do that on the weekend. They don't
Yeah.
really do that before, but
They should do it before too. This is Bernadette Croft, who is the costume designer
The
and
two
production
standout
designer.
panels I did not expect to be as amazing as they were because we all knew Lower Decks and
Yeah.
we all knew Academy would be amazing. But Bernadette Croft
Mhm.
and then later the composers,
Yeah.
because you don't get them all the time. And
I don't. We'll probably. I don't know because Joel. I sent the slides. I took basically. She had a slideshow, and I took a picture of every slide.
Yeah, and I think they're all here.
We can because
We'll go through them kind of fast. She
Yeah.
just had behind the scenes stuff like this is obviously the Strange New Worlds,
Yeah.
like
Well,
the
this-
patterns, getting them ready,
one for
testing them, see
me,
how they look on screen.
and also because I knew like my friends, like you guys who weren't there that I know do cosplay. I was like, oh, this is like useful
Yeah.
information for us. Like,
God, I hope they release an art book for Strange New
oh,
Worlds.
same. Oh my god, all of these are
'Cause,
so good.
Some of this stuff is just
Expensive ass
amazing.
boots.
Yeah. And then just
Oh, cool. That's cool that they have that picture of the field jackets from.
yeah,
the
because she
cave
basically
as the
she was on
inspiration.
stage talking to with one of the head creation guys was in
Yeah,
the
that like
I forget which one.
if you go if you could see if you go because he
I
was
don't remember how to go back.
oh jeez.
Well,
I've been doing it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Use
I was like it's there you go.
that guy.
Yeah. And and she was just basically like doing like a presentation on her thing and it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
'cause
this
there were
is
slides continuously.
this is what was going on in during the politics one and
Yeah, I really wanted to go to that one too, but it's so hard.
they were talking about how like
Adam, okay.
they like got earrings that are reminiscent of Nichelle's.
Yeah, because they're very cognizant of.
Yeah, and then
obviously iconic.
the creation guy was like, which I thought was really interesting. He was like, "Oh yeah, Nichelle collected like antique African earrings," and he was asking her about, and so he was like talking to her about that, and I was like, "Oh, it's interesting him being able to like because he knew Nichelle.
Yeah, because he booked her.
He booked her a lot.
25 or 30 years.
Yeah.
But these are the kind of things too.
Yes.
These concept art,
Runa!
and then
Yeah.
It's just amazing because I want to see an art book of all this stuff.
Yes. Talking about how
transforming cartoons into real
yeah,
people
talking about like how flat do you want it to look? You want it to look real, but you still want it to look like Lower Decks.
Yeah. And they went into like all kinds of detail about like what some of the stuff was made of.
I don't know if I sent this photo in for this because I don't actually know the name. There was a guy dressed up as Sam and it had Roger Corby as a stuffed dog.
It'll be in the Friends.
Great, perfect.
It's in there, so.
To bring.
Yeah, some of this we got to go through because there's
so much.
Obviously, at least.
I have. If anyone costumes. Like needs these are all my photos. I can send. I can put them somewhere.
Yeah,
to send to people.
It's gold for cosplay because some of this, it's so detailed. I mean,
you need to look at good of what Runa looks like for your cosplay.
I know the little Runa. Oh, because this is Runa's fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good Runa. Mm-hmm. But I mean, and then, look at the concept art for Hammer. I mean,
although it's funny, he seemed confused about Hammer being a different color than normal.
Yeah, he forgot. Adam forgot that. But that's okay. I mean, there's 900 episodes. Adam did better than Scott did.
Yeah, and plus I think he was mostly here to I'm here to facilitate her, not to
because he's.
This I thought was so funny. I was wearing this costume.
Yep.
And I was like, it's browner than I thought.
Yeah. And we knew the detailing. It was like, you're not gonna get the detailing. But,
oh no. Well, then also my costume was very last second.
Yeah. And your boots were not as dirty.
No. Well, they were brown. They were brown and they were supposed to be black, so maybe they were dirty.
Yeah.
This oh no, I want to do it now.
Yeah.
God, okay, I have this thought.
Blonde really gets, they really dress her.
I'm gonna say something. None of you. I wish my prom dress still fit me because it's a red kind of tight dress. It does not. I am bigger in my hips and other areas than I was in high school.
That's okay.
Thank you, Chuck. That is, you'll see. Yeah. And then she talked about 3D printing stuff for this and the previous one. Talked about working with Indigenous artists for, I think Australian ones because she's Australian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really
cool.
The creation guy whose name I don't because is he
Chuck
Gary?
Said as Adam.
Okay, it's Adam. But he was he said I've always he made a point to say I've always appreciated that Australians have seem to appreciate their Indigenous population more now than we currently do.
Yeah,
true.
Which is true, absolutely.
And this is showing off some of the 3D prints they did for these things, and then applied to Trelane, that's going to be the best way to do that. I mean,
it
certainly came out wonderful.
Well, because I think so. They have a nicer 3D printer than the ones our friends have, or maybe us. I don't know.
Well, they probably have 18 of them working at once. I mean,
exactly.
And they might be resin too. So
yes. A lot of costumes from that wedding. The one thing I was surprised I did not have any from Thrilling Adventure Hour. Adventure Hour, is that what that episode's called? Amelia Moon.
Space Adventure Hour. Yeah.
Thank you. Thrilling Adventure Hour. Oh, that's a podcast. They did not have any from that. I was surprised, but they had this. More of the cowgirl outfit I was wearing. I don't think she ended up with that rifle.
I don't think she did either.
She had
the concept art. I know why they threw that in there.
Yeah, she had a pistol in her costume, and I decided not to bring that because it looked too real gun-like.
They did have pictures from the latest episode, and obviously alluding to the fact that some of these were callbacks to TOS because some of the TOS. Yeah, you may as well use that. And just the details of this Aurora's. Oh my god. You can tell Celia's having fun because how often do you get something like that? And we get the little cute cactus.
Because I believe she's also in charge of production design as well, right? That's what I couldn't. Something.
I don't exactly know where the line ends.
I don't know where the line ends because then someone asked maybe he asked her about like how does like hair and makeup work, and they said like we work together and some stuff.
Yeah, which makes sense. Because
Yeah.
And then we have all the details from the shirt. Because when we
Shirts.
watched this, Aaron was trying to piece all this together.
Yeah, so I was like taking a bunch like this, especially. I was like everything of the shirt. I was like, oh, I need
Mugatu surfing, but it was so hard in the episode.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know if this came up, but Bernadette Croft worked under Gersha Phillips on Discovery first,
yes.
right? Like that.
She talked about working with Gersha a little bit. She was like, Gersha's a genius. I remember her saying, because it was mostly the panel was mostly the slideshow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love those pictures of the Scotty shirt from
and then
episode 2 weeks ago.
And then we had the Strange New Worlds. So it was Anson, Ethan, Martin, Dan, Christina, and Jess. So
yeah, speaking of Scotty, Martin Quinn.
Well, speaking of, and we have a picture, right?
In the Scotty
shirt.
Yeah.
I think we have. Well, must be one. I sent one that definitely you can see. I know I did. Okay. We have a lot of.
I sent a lot of pictures.
There he is.
Yeah. So
he came out.
Are we sure Runa Ewok is still Christina Chong's dog? In those pictures, it looks like
she
belongs
immediately
Ethan
crawls
Peck,
in Ethan's
so.
lap and goes.
We saw her walking her earlier.
Yeah.
I think. I'm trying to think of I think Christina and Ethan are very close, and that dog is very close to Ethan as well.
The dog.
You're letting the cat out of the bag, dog.
Yeah. There's something that I think we all think about those two. That is.
Yeah, and like Trev is saying in the chat, Laurie Elster moderated this and several other panels, and as always, she
great.
Is tremendous. She is a tremendous moderator. It's always
but no, that Runa slept the entire panel.
Good dog.
Very good dog. There are more pictures of Runa to come. At least one more. Don't worry.
Yep. And then they talked a lot about the puppet episode, which is and I did not know. I knew there was more than one puppet, but they said
it's like
almost everyone had puppets. So like,
almost everyone. They said everyone but Ethan, which I was like, do we know that? Do we know that? And like, yes. I was like, okay, they didn't let the guy out of the bag.
I didn't know that, but apparently other people did.
They talked about that.
They shot the puppets first and had to match their voices to the action.
And then almost everyone had to go back because they didn't go big enough. Because they're like, no, we need you to go full Muppet.
Don't do that, normally.
Well, like even Muppet.
Even if like say I'm sure some of these actors have done voice work. Normal voice work is not Muppet voice work.
No,
yeah, it's very cartoony and heightened.
Yes.
So, but we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about that this next week.
It's coming up, yeah. Okay, because there's a visual. This is Larry's State of Trek.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that panel.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
That's all good.
Okay.
I can talk about the remainder of this. That part, and then we get to Sunday night, the Rat Pack. I put all the music.
This was also really good, especially the end, which made me cry, which I'll let you talk about.
I'll do it. I'll try to get through it. But so it was the Rat Pack show, and as usual, I mean, it's great. And Nana was there because John Billingsley, he usually fills in sometimes, right? And sometimes other people, but Nana was there, so it was really great as always. And Nana did do one number as the attendant, not as herself, which was really funny. And Casey and Vaughn, as usual. Nana did do
theater. I love when Nana performs in the Rat Pack show.
She's so good. And then she gets to do Fever.
Did she sing Fever?
Stuff.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Just like it is. Yes, many times I've seen them. It's always you go see. It's so good. And then Jeffrey doing his William Shatner, which I love how this picture you can tell what he's doing.
That is Jeffrey Combs performing Rocket Man as William Shatner.
William Shatner, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear that picture.
Yeah, he's so good at that, and I love him.
Oh, yeah, he's got the cigarette. Yeah.
But then at the end, yeah, Max
At
comes
the
out.
end of the line, right? That's their end of the line Deep Space Nine song.
Yeah, their traditional, the last song at the Rat Pack every time. And Max does come out. And everyone lost it.
Yeah, that seems like a real emotional moment. Just Max Gridinchik, for those who don't know, he put together the Rat Pack songs originally. They were all parody songs that he
He
wrote the
wrote like,
lyrics
yeah,
to.
80% of what they're doing is his stuff. Because some of them are straight covers, like Rocket Man. You don't need to change the lyrics because you just have to act like Shatner. But yeah, because we had a photo on Wednesday with Max and Chase. So, but it was really good to see him.
Yeah, that's a moment to really cherish. We don't know like how many more appearances he's gonna make, so that's.
And he killed it. Yeah, he did some jokes. He did the song. It was, he could do it, and because obviously he's done this for 50 or 60 years. But it was great, and yeah, everyone left the theater was like, "Geez, there were a lot of onions in that theater this week." I was like, yeah. So it was probably the highlight of the con. How could you beat it?
That sounds like a hell of a day on Sunday, on the last day, to like start
Yeah,
with
because
the.
we didn't even get to Shatner because we were just doing other stuff. Yeah, Joanne. Yeah, it's like he probably has some sort of dementia. If you saw clips from the cruise.
Yeah, it was pretty apparent on the most recent
in the
Star
interview
Trek
parts.
cruise.
If you get him on stage, he like they say, if you have Alzheimer's, I don't know what he is. If you have Alzheimer's, music takes you back, and
yes.
You miss me being very emotional.
You might have said this when he came on. He like was cracking a joke, and that is the most with it I've seen him in a while.
Yeah. Oops. There we go. Yeah.
And they all just like surrounded him, and it was so sweet. It was genuinely so sweet. Like it was supportive in a way, because I think something like this could seem exploitative, and it was supportive in a way that it definitely did not seem like Jeffrey Combs kept like kissing his head and like kissing his shoulder. Like it was clear there was a lot of love there, and they're trying to give him like one like maybe last like to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I remember when both my grandmothers had Alzheimer's, and I remember with one of mine, they were like in hospice, and we put on like some big band music, and she just kind of started like tapping her fingers, and like so it's music really does help people. Like
it's recorded
with
differently.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about cosplay.
Yeah, let's not cry on stream anymore.
No more crying.
So I
didn't actually have to go to the bathroom. I just didn't want to cry.
I'm Rachel.
There's Mickey from Make It So, spelled SEW.
Yeah, she found me at the Masquerade because I had got some Warp Core pajamas from Etsy. She made hers, so she went all out. So we had to get some photos together because everyone didn't have Warp Core pajamas. So I
meant to order some, and then I didn't.
I know.
But yeah, you're having a little pajama party at the Masquerade. Oh, I see your Ryzen.
Yeah, someone was handing out Ryzen tattoos.
Oh yeah,
so we were all Ryzens that day. And here is Rachel.
That's where you belong in the holiday.
Yeah, we had. This is, I think, one of the magic art, and then I was like, "Oh, we need to take a picture of me here." This is my Janeway Lambda 1 is the name of that holodeck program because it's in like 4 different episodes, so no one can remember the name of the episodes.
Because the episode
or Gothic Romance Janeway and My Creepy Victorian Children. And the only actor to remark on them was Dan Jeanette.
Mainly because he surprised him, but
yes.
Well,
I meant to order them, and then I went to order them, and they weren't going to be in here in time for STLV. So I am going to get them, but I just didn't prioritize them because they weren't going to be here in time.
I meant to order them for Long Island and forgot, and so they came afterwards. But yeah.
I did, while taking pictures, took advantage for this of the fact I can do like a 1 eyebrow raise.
it looks so good. The eyebrow. Yeah,
What's funny because I did it and I don't do it a ton, so people were like, "Oh, like that works."
that picture's fire. But and then
it's harder to see with glasses.
There's a Horta.
Yeah,
there
Rachel
was
menaced by a Horta.
There was a man crawling around on the ground in that.
That was effort. Yeah,
traditional Horta.
Yeah.
That's how
we
you
didn't
do
make
it.
the costume contest. That was another thing we didn't make. But they were on. I don't know who won, but they were up there.
I think Jordy Bear might have won.
Oh, that's
that's
coming up.
So
cool Horta.
Because Joanne is asking, they are our generation Target dolls. The girl doll, I cut their hair off and bought a wig, and then I bought one is a schoolgirl outfit, and then the boy's wearing a groom's outfit.
There's a lot of pictures of Rachel in this dress because it's
what's funny is in my head I wanted creepier dolls. I wanted porcelain dolls. I wasn't going to carry porcelain dolls around.
Yeah,
all the guys find them so creepy in person. I think they're fine.
Yeah, I think it's just if you only had action figures dolls.
Yeah,
I guess, but
so it's funny because everyone else is more creeped up by them than I was.
But yeah, this was so easy to take pictures of. I mean, it's just
they have a lot of pictures.
I put that on. And then here's the other La'an outfit.
Yeah.
The captain's chair at Hero Within's booth, who is back. And
oh yeah, because then right after this, I started shedding cosplay pieces because I wanted to try the Hero Within jackets on.
Yeah, because they had the Academy ones, which
I
know you're interested in.
Well then, because I don't think while we're talking about the dress, should we talk about Starbucks in the dress?
Yeah, we should get that story out of the way.
So that day I am losing my voice completely. Like it is like really bad. And so we were going to the convenience thing. We were Starbucks is still open. And they're like, oh great, they have like a citrus honey tea I can get there.
Yeah, because it was late. You didn't
want that's very sweet.
Tea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wanted like honey with tea. Yeah. And then I noticed a couple people ahead of us in line is Tim Russ.
Yep.
And I just this is how I just went to. I was like, "That's Tim Russ, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right."
He's always around.
He's always around, yeah.
Because he always stays at the Rio.
And then we order it, and by the time, because there were people in between us, maybe that's who he was talking to. Then we hear, we see. Finally, we order. Tim Russ, this is how the bar is. There's like a little area here, and then there's like 8 feet of space. He is leaning against the little area, and he is talking to 2 people. And the only one, I remember one guy saying he was a historian. That's like, I wasn't trying to listen to their conversation, and I was trying not
I didn't hear that, but
to crowd them.
They're almost closed, so there weren't that
They were almost closed. I'm also in this dress. I'm also like, I'm aware of the fact people are creeped out by dolls. And so if everyone's
tote bag at this
they're
point.
in the tote bag, but I was like, in case anyone's like, if anyone was giving me a wary look about the dolls, I wasn't like, I'm not a fucking horror like scare actor. I'm not trying to like go up. And then also I don't know Tim Russ. I don't want to crowd him. And then so I'm like watching him do this, and like I said, he's sitting here. There's 8 feet. For some reason, they put my drink directly behind Tim Russ instead of the 8
Rachel
of empty. Like it is.
We don't see the drink.
I had to like do this, and it's behind him. I had to go like, "Hey, excuse me." Also, I have no voice. I've been wearing this insane. I have to be like, "Hey, excuse me," and they're nice. They're like, "Oh, sorry." And then the reason I remember historian is like, I was like, "Oh, it's doing a history lesson." I'm trying to be like, "Oh, that's cool," except I have no voice, so I was like, "That's cool." Like, and it's just like
sounds awkward.
We don't want to be weird to the nice actors who are there.
And he was very nice. He wasn't. I think they thought it was weird his place behind them. They didn't think I was weird for being like, I need my drink.
Oh, the Starbucks barista was trying to get you a conversation with Tim Russ. We were trying to facilitate the interaction.
Yeah, but as I've been saying, I said the employees at Starbucks forced me to interact with Tim Russ. Well, because like if I had like run into him more at the con floor, but this was like Starbucks is closing things are wrapping up, people are heading to the masquerade, I kind of assumed he's been on all day.
Yeah, because Starbucks closes. This is right before it's 7 because it closes
Yeah.
at 7. And we figured out.
And they might have even stayed open later, which would make sense if
I
they
think
did.
they closed the doors at 7. They were gonna.
Yeah.
Everyone. There wasn't that many people in line.
Yeah.
Like
They closed the door behind us. Like.
Yeah, like the entrance door. Yeah.
This is a great photo, but I don't have any photos of that because why would I have?
We weren't creepy, yeah.
Yeah.
But then Magic the Gathering had all these nice little photo opportunities
Yeah.
since they
I think we only did this one. Well, because
there's another photo with the mug, I think too. But
yes,
it's super easy to take photos by.
Well, because I was wearing this.
Yeah, the first. Yes, you were.
I looked like her. Everyone appreciate my Loungefly bag that looks like a tricorder.
Oh, there's the one with the mug. I put them in the order. Okay. Oops.
There's me with a mug.
And then Nacelle had these great action figure things. I mean, a lot of conventions do the action figure things, but this was Nacelle, so they had all these props you could use.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
They do that on the Star Trek cruise, but it's never looked that cool with all the little action figure.
No, this is the cool because I've seen
they'll
Star
let
Wars
you-
ones and various pictures and stuff, but this was.
And they'll let you hold one, except the big one apparently was broken, and so they're like, you can't pick that one up. That has to stay there.
I just was a regular action figure. I
We
didn't have
bought
anything.
the mug at the convention, Jill. Because
I got it from Chris's transporter.
we
room, 'cause
each bought a mug.
I now have To the Journey, the bonus disc.
Basically, so Magic the Gathering does a lot of like franchise, like themed decks, and that's just what this is.
Yeah.
It's not
more. They gave a little mini deck to everyone. And they had other stuff too. We'll get to it.
We bought the mug from Chris. This is me and my friend Jake, who makes all of his uniforms.
Yeah, Jake always has badass Monster Maroon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he brought that. He's got this one.
Keeps remaking.
He
keeps remaking. Like, I made another Monster Maroon. I was like, Jake, sell them. Get other people's measurements and sell them.
They are so good.
They are so good. And also, Jake is very nice, and he is good people.
Yeah.
That
If
is.
he wants
seeing his Monster
to make
Maroon
some
up close
more, I'll
Yeah.
I'll gladly pay him for one. I want a really good Monster Maroon uniform.
I
It's
did
on my
that
bucket
here.
list.
There's also a video Jake made a fake trailer, and then we were trying to do it quickly, and then the sell guys were like, "No, I'm into it. I'm gonna help you."
Yeah, because you're like, it's promo. Yeah,
he said Hasbro at first, and he was like, because we were just trying to do it quickly. It actually said Hasbro, and he was like, "No,
There wasn't a big line at this point, so it was like, because at the first day we didn't even notice this because there were so many people around it, and this is the rotunda. We just kind of walked by, and we're like, "Oh yeah."
I was like, because I was like, oh, I need to come back in the big gown because this is like the kind of weird action figure they would make.
Yeah.
I should suggest it to them. I know they take suggestions. This is what the rest of that photo up. One.
I had to take more than one with the actual Jordy and stuff because it was just so fun. And I think that's the same picture, but it was so good. This is Jake in his full Klingon.
Yeah. Apparently, this lasted about 30 minutes because it got very hot.
The armor is all vinyl, and then it has the
the headpiece
with a wig. And he said he was melting.
Yeah,
that's good Klingon armor though.
Yeah, I don't.
He made that. It's all. It looks amazing.
I don't think we got a good picture of the fact that I have a Doctor Who coat on. I don't think we got a picture of the like.
That. Yeah.
The lining is a Doctor Who TARDIS themed coat, and the lining is the like Van Gogh.
Yeah, right here is sort of the galaxy symbol, but oh well.
You can. This is so funny. I saw this costume. I was like, "You look so good," and then she's like, "Rachel." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then it's someone I know from TikTok.
Okay.
It's so hard to cosplay.
That outfit was killer. Oh,
she does cosplay Kira online. I can't remember her like username right now. I can link it later.
I'm digging all of the cool photo opportunities though, like the cargo bay right
Yes.
I think this is from
the motion picture,
the Roddenberry archives, or
yeah, it is.
But there were so many because they always had some. Like they had we didn't even take a picture with the Borg.
Yeah, we got a picture of the ship, but we didn't spend a lot because we were in there, and then someone was like, "Hey, you're supposed to be at this thing for like a group photo," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I had to run and.
Yeah, there was a lot of, and the Magic the Gathering had this whole installation of a transporter room.
Yeah,
it's also Magic the Gathering land things. That was super cool. This was in the vendors hall.
And they also had like art behind it.
I might have to learn how to play Magic the Gathering so I can play with these Star Trek cards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
have
not
gone
hard.
so long without getting invested in Magic. I worked at a gaming store and refused
No.
because it
I
will
was into it
bankrupt
in the
you.
mid '90s, like when I was young in high school. So
What's so that's a Magic logo, Jill. That's
yeah, because like those are like the powered lands that you need 3 mountains to play your 3 mountain cards, and then
hopefully, yeah, I agree, Stan. Hopefully they do. Also, this looks pretty substantial. Like I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if this is the only time they use this.
yeah. This was I'm sure they're taking it to I'm
A
sure they're
bunch of
bringing it
different
to game
places.
cons.
Yeah,
I don't know if they had another one for Gen Con same weekend. Maybe they might have.
yeah,
They probably used their same assets at both conventions.
But
yeah. Well,
what
Gen
Gen
Con.
Con's literally the same weekend.
Well, Gen Con was actually a couple. Like I think the weekend before this year.
Or was it the
That's
weekend
what I
before?
was
Okay,
thinking.
it's really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
that's
It
what
always-
was, yeah, because I had a couple friends who went to that.
So it's always
Yeah,
the
I'm
weekend.
sure this was at San
It's
Diego,
always
too.
around the time. Sometimes it is the same weekend, but it's not always the same weekend.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
More of me in a chair.
Well, the costume looks so good, and the
Thank
captain's
you.
chair. Yeah. Okay, and then of course the fun themed drinks, which they always have at the Rio.
Yay!
And the first picture is actually they had an alien DJ at Fix one night, and I had to take
Yeah.
a picture. Not the guy on the right, the one with tentacles. And of course, the sad news was
That was not.
this
Dr.
was my 4th STLV. The first year it was Pepsi at the Rio. The second year they switched to Coke, and more importantly, they had Dr. Pepper. Last year they had Dr. Pepper. This year it's still Coke, but they only have Mr. Pibb.
I'm not as.
It's an inside
okay.
joke, Rachel and I.
Yes.
I
Well, then-
get there and give her a Dr. Pepper update.
Yeah. Well, then, although I forgot to, I took pictures of the things I got signed and then it didn't add them to the slideshow. I got Lauren Armstrong to sign the Dr. Pepper picture.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't actually. Mr. Pibb tastes fine. Just don't hand it to me and tell me it's Dr. Pepper. That's my
That's true.
I did not have. Actually, I'm not sure, Taylor, if they have a diet. I'm not much of a diet soda drinker.
I don't even remember them having it because it was in all the convenience
So they
stores.
didn't. I didn't end up drinking it because they didn't. So in the past,
I bought it at the convenience store, not
they
at
had it
Vic's.
at the-
They didn't have it there.
they didn't have it at Vic's. I ended up getting iced tea there. If they had Pibb at Vic's, I would have gotten it. That's not. It was just I didn't feel like walking to the convenience store to get it. And the one time we had walked to Walgreens to get something, they had Dr. Pepper, so I got that.
Oh, there's photo evidence. Don't worry.
Yes.
It's coming up. Okay, this was the cube. This was a tasty green drink.
Cork
and,
shirt.
Yeah, we like that one.
This is what I flew in. I wonder if anyone was
Yep.
scared of cork.
I'm wearing
Tuesday
a Quark
night.
Spar shirt.
Look at that. And then I
It
was
was
surprised
great.
by this one because it
This
was
was
like I was
really
like
good.
Bloodwine because Bloodline it was like crappy sangria one year.
Mhm. This was
but,
really good.
This one was good though because it's Buffalo Trace bourbon with pomegranate and then
We didn't
Chambord.
get one of the drinks because it was like at the rooftop bar,
Yeah,
and we just didn't end up there.
I have a picture of that too.
Okay,
But
good.
the blood wine was because weird bourbon cocktails with juice. I'm not always sure, but this was actually really good.
This was really good because bourbon cocktails are kind of can be hit and miss. This one was really, really good.
It was. I mean,
Is
it's
this
Buffalo Trace, so it's good.
Where
bourbon.
the guy asked us, he was like, "Why?" Like he asked us what blood wine was. I think the
Maybe,
bartender, because he
Yeah,
was like,
Shutters.
And he was. I think he was like, "I just got back from vacation. What is blood wine?" He was like, "I know
Yeah.
it's Star Trek, but what is blood wine?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's a Klingon drink." And,
Because new this year they had these little cocktail passports.
Mhm.
You could get stamps if you bought all of them. And,
That is fun. That's a lot of fun.
This is cool. So I got 3 stamps. I won more than this. So it was blood wine, which we saw. The cube we saw, and that was at Masquerade and Shutters, which you were gonna go to those bars. And then
Yeah.
at the Lapa, which you were gonna go to too, is the Romulan Ale, which is right here.
Which is also
Which is
good.
pretty good. And then, but the other one was at the High Stakes, the steakhouse. I don't even know if they have a bar you can go to.
Yeah, we got confused about that.
There were
so
people, I think Saturday night, who were
wasn't-
investigating if the one on the roof that's not High Stakes,
Yeah,
you could get it stamped there.
Well, they
It
said
used
they
to
had
be
trouble.
The Voodoo
But I'm not
Lounge.
sure
They
they ever came
couldn't
down.
even get to the Voodoo. Like I talked to them the next day, and they couldn't even get up there. It was like they got very turned around. So Taylor, it was not exactly an old fashioned. It was definitely sweeter than an old fashioned would be. Because I'm
Yeah,
not,
because I thought it would be a bad old fashioned too, but it
but
wasn't.
it was. That's not what it was.
And I
It was
don't like
really,
old fashions. I don't
I'm
like the
not.
bitters, so I think I would
Yeah.
actually like their blood wine
Same.
cocktail.
It was because I remember previous years it was like sangria and it was awful, which is I don't know how you screw that up, but and then at Vic's here's a picture of some of the themes. Some of them
Yeah.
are repeats, like the
I was
Seven
like
of
the Seven
Limes.
of Limes, because I don't think I got it because I did not like it last year. But you let me taste yours because you said,
It wasn't quite as gingery. I
well,
think.
then because when I saw him make yours in front of me. It's
Yeah.
because that says ginger beer. He used ginger ale,
Yeah,
which
think
I
that was
think
the
works
difference.
better because
It did work better. As a
ginger
drink.
beer is just. It was like I think lime plus ginger beer is intense.
Yeah, the
I think
measure of
maybe
Amana was good too.
I think that's what. Oh yeah, that's what I got.
It's green.
Oh, that's
Was
what you
good.
got me when during the wedding.
Yeah.
More Mr. Pibb.
Well, that was at the airport. They only had Mr. Pibb at the
Yeah.
airport too. But we did make it to Walgreens and therefore got some actual Dr. Pepper for.
I did not go to
Nice.
Walgreens for Dr. Pepper. I got to get something. My foot was bothering me. I went to get something, and I'd forgotten eyeliner.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten to pack eyeliner. I don't actually wear eyeliner very often. I keep cosplaying Lawn.
She's
So
always heavily in eyeliner. Yeah.
yeah.
More Romulan ale. That's the Romulan ale with Rachel. Okay, so we'll get to our photo ops and selfies.
That's cool. Chase and Max.
So I paid for a bunch of photo ops this year.
Yeah.
That's a great one. You have the Nagus and the First Lady
Yeah.
of the Ferengi Alliance.
And what happened during this one, Rachel?
Genuinely, when Chase came into the room, I got distracted staring at Chase because her dress was so pretty for a second. Like me and another guy, I was like, I genuinely we're like, I wasn't being pretty. It just looked creepy. It was just a nice dress. And then so we went. I was like, oh, your dress is so pretty. And she looked at me. She's like, thank you. She went, I love your lipstick. I'm gonna live on that high forever. Because I was also wearing
She's so damn nice.
She's so nice.
She really
and
is.
Then I was wearing like my favorite lipstick. So the rest of the con, every time I was like, should I wear a different lipstick? I was like, well, Chase likes this one.
Yeah.
And it was like my go-to. And then I made a video about it, and then Chase commented on my Instagram. She's like, I remember that. You look so pretty.
And this was a really cheap photo op because it was like it's like basically the seventh rule. So we had Sirac and Denise who were on it.
And then
Ryan and Melissa came in because they weren't charging. So well, Ryan works for him. So he's running creation right here.
And then they also have pictures of Walter and Aaron, which I thought was really sweet.
But it makes Walter look like Walter's not dead.
Yeah, it kind of makes it look like.
Yeah, you know what?
Melissa explained to me later. She's like, "Well, Aaron's black and white photo, and then
that's what I was.
Color photo of Walter." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but."
I also, what's nice about this photo with Sirac is it's clear he's the weird one, because we're all around the same height, and Sirac is so much taller than
us. Either, but
you take a picture with him, and it doesn't look like you're super short. It looks like, oh, he's super tall.
Well, yeah. Well, because I remember showing someone the picture I have with Sirac from last year, and they went, "You're not short. How tall is that man?" Like,
very tall. Yes. And then this was Photo Amok, which basically it's for random people. So it was like, and it's cheaper than it would be normally. So there are 4 people who aren't on the same shows, and they're never going to have an arranged photo with them. So it's like,
I guess Sirac and Nicole, you might.
Well, yeah, because they're both decent. But but they're not going to be with
What's
Wilson.
Funny is we were like second people in line for this, and the person was talking to us, and the couple in front of us like, "Oh, who do you think?" Like, and then we were, and the guy ahead of us had guessed Terry Farrell, and so when Nicole came in, and I said, "I have a guess now," but then I was like, "You got as close as you could be while still being wrong by guessing Terry Farrell and getting Nicole." Like.
I like that Nechayev is there in uniform.
She loves her uniform. She looks great in it.
And I also loved these are a lot of people that like I love having a photo with them, but like because they're there a lot, I might not prioritize it and then like forget to do it. So like so that is the actress that plays Admiral Dente of Next to Wilson Cruz, Jill.
Yep.
Also, Wilson is stunning. And I got Wilson to sign my photo when I ran into him.
Yeah.
In Austin.
Yeah, he's
his marker fucking exploded, even though it says a Sharpie. So then he was blowing on it, and he was like, "Well, now you can clone me with my DNA."
yeah, get spit all over.
Yeah,
He's absolutely lovely.
he was very lovely.
And then,
well, and then
the
he
big
remembered he remembered me because when he was like, "Oh, hello again," like I just signed that.
And the big one, of course, I splurged for the full everyone who was from Lower Decks.
Yeah,
is in this photo. So Fred, Noel, Jillian, Eugene, Tawny, Don, and Phil. And so
sarcastic welcome salute.
Yeah, this is amazing. And I'm so happy.
It was funny, like he always does, but Jack Quaid looks his face looks so much like his dad to me in this photo.
It really does.
Because the first time I ever saw Jack Quaid, well, I watched like a trailer right before I watched the rom-com he's in. Like it was on Hulu. I watched the trailer, and we're thinking, I was like, he looks like someone, and they're like, Jack Quaid, and I figured out who he looks like. Like as soon as they said the last name, I went, oh, he's Dennis Quaid's son. That has to be it.
And we had 100%. Such problems with pips because, like, I only brought the black pip because I only need one pip for my Lower Deck.
I have a business.
So we had to go buy pips from Fansets twice.
I have a business proposition: sell pips, in bulk.
Yeah, by the 500, like ibuprofen, the 1,000.
Yes. I said I should be able to buy pips the way I buy bobby pins.
Whole
buy
cup
a big
of pips.
bag of them.
Yes. And it's funny because every girl I said that to was like, absolutely, I get you. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or everyone with long hair that does something with their hair, more like. It's like.
Yeah.
And Bonnie.
Our customary have to get a picture with Bonnie at every con because she's wonderful and we want to tell creation. Keep having Bonnie.
I had a very funny, I have two things now. Yesterday, I was looking of a wedding coming up that I was looking at dresses. I was staring at a dress I had liked before the con, and I went, "That looks familiar. It's this dress. That's why it looks familiar." So apparently, I shop at the same places that Bonnie does.
You both have good taste.
And then, but also fun. Bonnie will sign if you get a photo with Bonnie, she'll sign it for free.
Yep, because she's super classy.
Yeah. But we had a very funny. Her table was next to Ray Wise.
Yep.
And I noticed that Ray Wise had psych photos to sign right then. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that." And I had forgotten to put cash. I had cash back at the room. I didn't have it with me, so Joel lent me some cash. But Bonnie was like, "You don't need cash for me," and I was like, "No, for him." And I was like, "Bonnie," I was like, "I don't think you can tell the other actors not to take cash."
Yeah. If you're going to STLV, bring cash. A lot of actors,
I did bring cash. I had just forgotten because my foot was really hurting that day. I had forgotten to I was trying to get to Walgreens to get something for it. I had forgotten to put cash in the wallet.
At STLV, your friends may have cash.
Yes.
Friend being me.
Mm-hmm.
Pay me back in drinks. And look,
I
have Tex-Trek merch.
Yeah. Yay!
That's a cool shirt.
I know.
I brought that
for you. It was underneath the uniform. I don't remember which one, but
I brought that for you, and I got it to you very quickly, unlike Chris.
Yes, indeed. And I got to pick another $30 pick.
I think you went really quick past mine.
Yeah, go back.
I didn't mean to. I went forward. I went back. I'm using the wheel.
Yeah,
it's not the way to do it.
Yeah, I have issues with that sometimes.
So for $30, you can get a picture. They just use your phone. It's not like the printed photos with the Roddenberrys on the stage. So I was like, well, that's cheap. So I did that.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I would recommend it because they're fun. I mean, and remember one of the guys was like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't drink it with you the other year." I was like, "Oh yeah." Because they're fun and they do a great job. Yeah, I didn't mean to skip. I had to go back.
The traditional Christina Chong photo.
Yes.
So when I came up, and then we were like, because it was clear she was going to come soon, so we're just kind of waiting there first in line. And then I was talking another person. Oh my god, I can't remember his name or which podcast he was. We exchanged information. He was like, "Hey, you're Rachel, right?" This one actually knew who I was. He didn't think I was Katie. He was that I thought was very flattering. He was like, "Yeah, when I first started the podcast, I was looking at people who didn't suck that made things, and you were there." And I was like, "Oh, that's genuinely really nice." And then they were talking about, I was like, "Yeah, you did you did Amelia Moon last year, right?" And I went, "Yeah." And then in fact, I'd just taken out my photo to get signed. But when I went up to Christina Chong, she went, and maybe the hat helped. She went, "Did you do Amelia Moon at some point?" And I was like, "Yes, in fact, can you sign?" And then she was like, later we were talking. I was like, yeah, you have the best costume. She's like, did you also do Elysium Kingdom? I was like, I did. I was like, you get the best costumes. And I was like, I want to be like, I'm not stalking you, I swear. But yeah. And then I had to get the back to back again. I think this back to back better in shows our height difference. I don't know about. I think she was in heels in the Amelia Moon one.
Yeah, I think
because people are always like, "Oh, you're at the same height." I was like, "We're not like the same height."
Yeah.
So
that was fun as always.
But yeah, I was. Yeah, but I was like, I'm from Texas. That's why I was able to thrift this cowgirl stuff so quickly.
Yeah, you had an advantage.
Yeah.
And Rachel got the autobiography of Benjamin Sisko, signed by the author, Derek Tyler Attico, who is super nice. And we also saw him at the Sci-Fi Sisters Patreon dinner on Friday.
We talked to him a lot there. Like he's
super great.
Yeah.
He seems very cool.
He was very cool. Turns out he like owned some property in Austin and stuff. Like, so we were like talking about Austin.
There's a lot of Austin talk because
dinner.
I was gonna say I thought he had a Texas connection. I thought he'd be like a good get for the show to interview at some point.
He definitely would be.
Yeah. He's also if you haven't seen his interview show, which is sometimes on Wednesdays on the Sci-Fi Sisters channel, he interviews authors. It's Soul of the Story is the name of it. He's such a good interviewer for authors.
Yeah.
I told him, he's like, yeah, you're so good at that because that's hard. I mean, he's in the area, but even just being an author doesn't mean.
Also, in case he ever sees this, I did repost this photo with him on my Instagram because for some reason it like moved it and cut his head off on the first time I posted in a photo dump.
Sometimes stuff like that happens.
So I fixed it. You can see his face now.
Soul of the Story. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, then one day we just there was no line at Dorn's.
Yeah,
I guess we're getting a selfie.
Yeah, because I just turned around and there was no, and I was like, we're getting a selfie with Michael Dorn. There's no line, like, because this is another one of like an actor I would have always loved to get a picture with, but he always has a long line normally.
Yeah,
like and like. Yeah, it's just so I keep I tell people that I was like I try to keep extra cash around just to turn around and like to see if someone like
because if they just get to the table and then then you can get
then you luck out. Which is this one.
Sometimes the lines are very long and then, I forgot about this one.
Bijou!
That is awesome. That is really cool. Y'all got to hang out with Bijou Trimble.
Indeed, we did.
We all kept our cool. I want to say, which.
Yep, we're all there because of her.
Yeah, we all are. And she was so nice. Okay, so the person I'm next to is Scotty.
Yeah, he's very nice too.
Very nice. He has he's on TikTok mostly.
Yeah.
I've never caught his main live when they talk about new Trek. I sometimes catch when they talk old old Trek because I do it Thursdays basically when I'm doing first reaction stream.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they do it later. They do like an after show, sometimes I pop in there. And his wife was taking the photo, and his wife was in uniform and stuff, but his wife is mostly there to be like his wife, not like she's watching it now, but she's not like a big Trekkie. And then BJ was like, "You didn't get a photo," and made her come and get a photo too. And then
absolutely delightful,
so delightful. And then we're like, "We're here because of you," and she was like, "Well, you're here because of you," and we're like, "No, we're here because of you, BJ."
Yeah.
Also, she had a really cute Robin shirt on.
Yeah, she did.
And then I think I also threw in the next slide should be this.
She wasn't set up to take money, so she's like just making a donation to Guide Dogs for America.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure we put this in the slideshow to be
because that's a good cause.
Yes, it's a great cause.
If Bijou likes it, it's good enough.
Yes, and I still need to make the donation. Ray Wise.
There's the Ray Wise selfie.
I had a funny interaction. I made his handler very happy because I picked up a psych photo, and he went, "I knew someone would want the psych photo." Apparently he printed them out. She was like, he printed more out, and he was like unsure, and he's like, "Yes, someone wanted it." And
validation. Thank you.
Yeah, well, because I had passed by earlier and I hadn't seen them, so maybe he just put them out. And then I was like, "Oh, he does have a psych photo. I want that."
Yeah.
Because I love Twin Peaks, but like Psych is one of my favorite TV shows, like, of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Psych is up there with Star Trek for me. So when I saw that, I was like really excited.
Yeah.
And I saw Ray Wise also. The person ahead of me in line had a full leg of tattoo. And so she was walking away, and I saw Ray
we're trying to
Wise,
figure out, is it a sleeve? If it's on your,
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you call it?
and then for a second I thought it was Ray Wise out of it, and he was like, "Did you see her legs?" And I looked, and I was like, "Oh no, that is a valid reaction. That's really like
It was
just like,
impressive.
wow."
Yeah. And then
Sid.
it was absolutely delightful. I
Delightful.
mean, you shook your
He
hand and
shook
asked your name.
both
Every
of our
person
hands
and like,
during the
oh my
photo
God.
op. I don't think we ended up putting the pictures of what we got signed.
Yeah, I think that
It's
was the
after.
plan.
People won't know. I can talk up the creation lady.
Yeah.
This was like a very long day to get to this photo.
Yeah.
He started signing things at 12. He had to take a break for the panels and to do photo
For
ops.
the panel, for this photo op. Yeah.
I got my
Eat,
signature
yeah.
at 7:20 at night.
Yep.
Joel's
that
already
was-
headed to dinner.
This was Friday,
Yes.
so I was already at
purposely-
Sci-Fi Sisters, which is at the Gold Coast.
I bought this uniform with the idea that I was going to get a picture with Sid in it. I do not. And I kind of went cosplay-wise. I wanted to look like myself in it, so I kind of just went like Deanna Troy adjacent because I like curly hair.
Yep.
He when I got my thing signed, it's here. I can well, it took so long. They kicked us out of the ballroom.
Because they had to do
something. I don't know what they were doing.
I remember they had some other thing going on.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the events. It
Yeah,
was
probably-
the musical score one, maybe?
No, because it wasn't, because that was after the composer.
I don't remember. It was one of the paid ones in the Nimoy.
Yes, it was one of the paid ones. Maybe it was when they were doing like the Broadway singing.
Yeah, that's probably what it was Friday.
That's the one that tempts me the most.
Yeah.
Because like I want to watch
Anthony Rapp's there.
Yes, exactly.
You could watch.
One day I might, if I ever win the sign that I've won the lottery one day will be me going to be like getting a ticket to that.
She'd be at STV and she'd be like, "Bye, I'm going to the special."
But so they kicked us out into a room with, and they sent us to one of the photo op rooms.
Yeah.
And then he took us. I assumed he like ran to the restroom or something.
Well,
But
sure,
he
yeah.
still had so much energy. Joe, you were still here when he came into the room, right?
Yeah, I was there for part of it. I had to run to the
Yeah.
Sci-Fi Sisters.
Which I went to, but I was late. But he came in and he was like, "Let's do it!" Like it is.
Yeah.
He has been signing things for hours. Like he still has this
Yeah.
energy. I
Because
get
he was there one day, hadn't been there for years, so
Yeah.
everyone wanted the photo and signature.
And then I'd only paid for one because I didn't know I'd have my photo op because by schedule wise, the autograph line was before that.
So
And
we thought we wouldn't get the photo by then. but,
Yeah, and then we had it because it took so long, and you very nicely, thank you, ran and got the photo. I didn't even ask you to do that. You just were like, I went and grabbed this. I think
I
there's
ran to the
some
restroom and was
karma.
like, I have an idea.
There was some karma for this. I ended up getting to get both because a creation lady was nice to me. But I think part of that is so that line there, we got to the part and there was like people in like the ADA part of the line, and someone went, "I'm so sorry. Would you let some ADA people go in front of you?" And I said, "Of course." But what was I going to do? No, like I'm not a jackass. Like,
Yeah.
and then I was holding
Yeah.
both of these things. I had this art that I previously had signed by Andrew Robinson and the photo. And she went, "You're not going to get that signed too?" And I went, "Oh, I only bought one." And I said, "I already have Andy's signature on this one, so I want to." And she went,
Yeah.
"Between you and me, we've been here so long." And you went ×2 and handed it to me.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Can I give you a hug?" Like, and I hugged her. And so I was able to get our photo signed and the art that was previously signed by Andy. And yeah, I talked to Lee Sargent, who did this art. And then, okay, so we kept having to have conversations about how to spell my name because I am
All weekend.
all weekend. Because the one time I didn't, I had to stop Von Armstrong from putting a second A in my name. If people aren't unaware, Rachel can be spelled Rachael.
Yeah.
But often I'll say like Rachel with one A, but half the time people don't know, like forgotten about that spelling, so they look at me like I'm crazy.
Like, how would I spell it? But
Yeah, until I remember, until I say something like, so Rachel Ray spells it that way.
Yeah, it's an old school kind of thing. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
It's my name. mine's older. Like mine's traditional.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like it is a pretty modern thing actually. Like traditionally, like if you go like if you're reading the Bible, it's Rachel my way, for instance. Um anyways, but when I got Andy Robinson's signature, I had said you don't need a second A. And he was like, that's right. And he's like, my daughter's name is Rachel. And you spell it correctly. Mine is biblical. I've made that joke before.
Yeah, it's true.
And because I went to a Catholic school for 1 year and someone once spelled my name wrong, and we were in the Catholic school. I was like, it's biblical. Like,
it's right there.
But then Sid went. Did Andy mention his daughter's name was Rachel? I was like, he did, and we had like a conversation about it. And then he was like, oh, I was like, you must have been upset that Colm isn't here. And I was like, and I went, he'll make it one day because I have Colm's also in that picture. So, but I want to point out, I got my autograph at 7:20 at night, and he had a couple-minute conversation with me that was about what I had. Like, it wasn't like, although the 4-person behind me, that room was really hot. We were all figuratively melting, and the person behind me was literally melting because they were in full Garrick makeup.
Yeah, which we have a picture of later, but
yeah. Okay, that's my Sid story. Oh,
I do have a picture of this one.
Okay, this one we did include.
nice.
I must have got this one earlier.
Yeah.
Because Rachel was taking pictures at home later of some of this. Here is this one.
Okay, so this one we did have.
See, you can see where Colm.
Where Colm eventually. Colm will show. Now he has to come so I can finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it eventually.
It's such great art too. It's just lovely.
Everyone, Lee Sargent. Everyone should check him out. His art is great.
Yeah. And we got a photo with Dan Jeanette, who is absolutely wonderful.
And I got him to sign.
I'm wearing my Strange New Worlds outfit with the little T-Rex who I named Rexy. I imagine they beamed out just before the asteroid hit, because they're gonna die anyway.
Why not?
He
may as well become a lieutenant in Starfleet.
He was very sweet about. I brought a Hallmark Jane Austen DVD, and then I was like, you don't see Jane Austen actors except this one very often.
Yeah. And
James Callis, I got him to sign something from a movie called Austenland, and he was like, "This is such a fun movie to make," and everyone was very sweet. Runa.
This is Christina Chong's table.
Yeah.
I just love these Runa pics she has for her.
I wanted to get a picture of Runa, and I'd already paid, and the thing had been flipped up at first because she wasn't there yet, and I didn't realize you could pay to get a Runa signature until I'd already given the money.
Yeah, I want to get a selfie with Runa.
Yeah,
I just love that one in the bottom middle.
I think it
looks
just
like
says
Sears.
There does not seem to be a Runa selfie option. Maybe Runa wouldn't be into that.
Yeah, I mean, which is understandable. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a responsible dog ownership.
There is a dog selfie later though. I threw this picture in too.
It was an outtake, yeah.
Yeah, well, because they always did that, and then I was like, can I get back to back real quick?
Yeah. And we do have the signature you have of the other year's picture.
Yeah.
By Jill.
Mm-hmm. This is really fun. Also she remembered me, which is crazy. Trev, that would have been so funny if you guys were in that picture. Yeah. I have a question. Kareem.
Yep.
I think this is the only selfie I've ever taken that he actually took a selfie.
Yeah.
I honestly wonder. I also wonder if it's because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Probably. He's like, this is easier if I do it myself. I know how to get in frame on the camera with other people that are shorter than me. I've had to do it enough times.
It did work.
Yeah. Whereas I'm around this.
Yep. We got a Gina self.
I did have a funny because I was telling Gina that I was a big fan, and I said, I was a fan before because I'm a big comedy person, especially British comedy, and she went really a little surprised, and Joe just went yes, and I burst out laughing. I might have forced Joel to watch a bunch of Taskmaster clips the other week.
It was
he could have left if he wanted.
Okay, my next section I made is just friends. Of course, I ran into Amy. It was wonderful, and we ran into a Horda, as we say.
And then Jake's there too. Yeah,
didn't eat Jake. That's the same photo, and then some of these I did say.
Yeah.
And look, it's the
Tucker
Billups tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Billups, because it has the third
tube,
one.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
I mean,
yes, indeed.
I think that photo is really cute, but you can also looking at my face, I'm like, I am drunk. Like,
that's okay. You're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got my Warp Core pajamas on. Us in the food court.
That is amazing. We ran into Allie, such T-Trekkie.
Who was on my flight. I didn't even realize she had lived in Wisconsin. Apparently she's moving now because
because military.
But she was on my flight. I didn't realize till like I was boarding, and then I get a message like, "Oh, I'm behind you." Okay. I saw someone in a Trek thing.
Well, it's funny because
Chuck A.
I only met her in person for the first time last year because she was in Okinawa for so long. But I've known her forever. Like, I've known her online forever. And then especially because she moved to Japan, and I was like, oh, if you need advice, like, you know, I can give. And then she was COVID for most of the time she was in Japan. I was like, I don't have advice for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But someone, like, who knew her, because she's also been posting on, like, text. Someone called her something, and I went, oh, yeah, Allie. And they're like, no, it's this. And I went, no, I said her real name. Like,
yeah. Chuck had his 2 tables, and it was wonderful.
Chuck. Always.
And then next to Chris's table, we were going to take a picture of Chris, but no, we were distracted by a tard.
Dog. So this dog was...
You could pet this dog.
The photo reference... I have a signed photo of this dog, too, where it's a paw print stamp. And it was the reference for the Targ on Lower Decks.
Yeah.
And then... So then it would cost money for, like, the selfie and the stuff, but all the proceeds of this went to, like, a nonprofit, like, vet clinic.
Okay, that's cool.
So I was like, oh, I'm okay, fine. It was like $5. I'm like, great. My $5 going to this vet clinic is absolutely worth it.
He's a cutie. Yeah, it was.
But I remember because I was
money well spent.
Yeah. They cosplay was cool and took photo.
Yep, they had a baby Mugatu and then a bunch of set of eels.
Yeah.
And a eel mama too.
Yeah.
Those guys were fun. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Oh, it was a wild Thad. In the theater.
I've been trying this year to like be better about taking photos with friends. Some people like there's one the salon literally the last night I was like, we still don't have this. We are taking a photo.
Yeah. And this was an amazing cosplay.
Yeah.
He's cosplaying as
undercover boss Kylo.
Yeah,
undercover boss. He had the bit down.
Also,
I mean, it may be a Star Trek convention, but the bar, it was so funny.
It was so funny. He was like, we're like, it's Kylo. He was like, I'm a regular guy with regular folks. It was so good. Yeah. And then he was like, by the way, he added me on Facebook. I'm 90% sure because this was the profile picture. And I went, that better be that guy. It's like a rando.
Yeah, he sold it. It was so good.
He so good.
Down. Yeah. And
Larry.
Rachel finally got the photo with Larry.
I went, Larry, we don't have a photo together. He went, that's not possible. I'm like, it is. We don't have a photo together. We're taking
I don't think I have a photo with Larry, but I took this photo. Yeah. So
I should get a new picture with. I think all my pictures with Larry Nemechek, I'm like 100 pounds heavier than I am.
Because they were 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, I should get a more modern
next time we will. Yeah, God,
I can't remember this guy's actual name, but he was also staying at the Gold Coast, and we were walking out, and all in First Contact uniforms. Well, it's First Contact things, and he was walking with someone who was dressed as. I was dressed as Troy in the uniform. She was dressed as like drunk Troy and had a fake beer thing, and then he was doing this and had I don't know if you can read it, but he's like going to Bozeman, Montana.
Need ride to Bozeman.
Montana.
It was a killer outfit.
This is from TikTok. Don. He has a book out, and I bought his book.
He had a
nice
booth up front. He was delightful.
Yeah.
And here is the aforementioned.
Garrick cosplayer. When I asked their name, they said they're going by Elam this convention, so this is Elam.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, cosplay.
Well done, Elam.
Yep.
Because we were in the photo
line.
So
I felt so bad for them in the photo line though, because they were like,
melting.
They were melting. They're like, I just want to go home, like get to the hotel and rip this off my face.
Yeah, I don't blame them because
I think they're also doing this and then I got a photo with them as well. It's a little blurry. That's on me, not on them.
Yeah.
This is Zila. She makes great videos on TikTok. I think also on Instagram.
Yeah. Is contributing to Trek culture.
Yes. Also, so she does these skits. Her Avery Brooks impression is insanely good. I
I've seen
don't.
It really
those
is.
on
It's
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those. And I'm like, oh damn.
What's funny is I followed her and I was like, I wasn't sure she'd know who I like would recognize me. And we
Yeah.
got in the elevator. She went, Rachel, and I went, oh, she does. Like,
There we go. Yeah.
and then we were like, yeah, we took these photos together, and it was fun. And this is after the dinner.
Yeah.
Because she was at the Sci-Fi dinner as well,
Yeah.
the Sci-Fi Sisters dinner as well. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I showed up out of breath there. And people were like, "Why are you late?" And I was like, "I got a picture." I was like, "I got Alexander to dig signature." I went, "Yes,
Yeah.
like that makes sense."
Yeah.
This is Caprica, who I've known on TikTok forever, and this is the
she's
first time
great.
I've met them in person. Fantastic, amazing cosplayer. If you ever go to scroll through her TikTok, she has like a Borg Queen one. What is Zayla doing for Trek Culture right now? I'm not.
She's writing some of the articles.
Yes.
Okay.
I keep meaning to be like, I should like try to be like, hey, I should do that. But I'm busy. There was
It's a great
Zero.
Zero cosplay, which it was, sort of UV-ish, so the phone it
It was a little hard to get.
It really is Medusan like.
It really is Medusan like. It was really hard to get a photo of it.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
There's Chris from the transporter room. Jake again. And a suffragette.
A suffragette, and we saw each other like, oh, we need a photo together in these costumes.
Yep. I think I included
the amount of people that would be like, "Did you make that?" And I went, "No, I cut the doll's hair though."
Yep. Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is.
That's
dog.
really fun.
That's really fun. I was like, I need a photo of you. That's fantastic.
Wedding Bell Blues.
Yeah,
Sam Kirk. With
I believe.
Dog.
Yeah.
And I believe he was in line because I got this. I was in line to get the Christina photo. He was in line to meet Dan.
Yeah, so, which was right next door. So then I got the photo and we were talking.
It was also, I will say that it's funny how quickly together the two photos of Dan Jeanette and James Callis worked, because we could not find James Callis. We looked at every booth before we finally found him.
Huh.
I mean, he wasn't there every day, but
so many actors. It was a
it was
vendors room.
Well, then,
some of them shared booths basically.
So
they take their name
so
down,
they had like
then...
rotated. So he wasn't. They didn't have him. And the thing is, so we were in line for Dan Jeanette, and then my friend Caprica had went to go get had gotten a photo up with them in their Starbucks cosplay, and then went to get it signed. And they went and they saw me, and they said, "Oh, by the way, he has an Austin Lamb photo up there." So he's because I was like, hopefully he likes this movie still, and so he definitely does. And I was like, "Oh, that's great." But then I was like, they got a photo with him. Why didn't I was like they just saw him? Why can't I find this man? Jake's amazing Klingon again. Amazing Kira cosplay. Yeah.
There's Jessie from Kosher Convo, her booth, which is right next to
Chris?
There was the local. They had the local. Trek Club was with the Vegas thing and then Chris was right next to them. So, bye, Chuck. It was great to see you. There's Chris and his booth. That was fun. And then we randomly saw somebody with an angel head.
I believe apparently they asked a question during the Strange New World panel. You can't really see who's asking questions.
Yeah, it's hard to see that, but
so unless you
this was just on the con
voice.
floor, I was like, "Quick, Rachel, take a picture." Because they just put it on. This was the meetup of the Seventh Rule virtual truck-on people. So we have Cassandra, War Dog.
I think was I maybe still in line
Ryan.
for Sid during this, because I did not run with you.
No, you were doing something. I ran to this because and it was like Melissa and Lucia from Brazil, not for and a lot of great people. Some of which I met for the first time there, and Jordy Bear.
I think from what I've heard, I think Jordy Bear might have won the.
That would make sense. Yeah. Because I remember Jill saying, "Have you seen Jordy Bear?" And I saw Facebook pictures of Jordy Bear, but I hadn't seen Jordy Bear yet.
And then we saw him. We're like, Jordy Bear, we found him.
Yeah. So there's us and TJ and Allison and her husband at the Rat Pack.
You're not in that.
TJ was there.
Yeah.
Of course, TJ was there. TJ.
You kept taking photos.
With the real pic.
Shoot! I hit the wrong button again. 1 second. I will be back. But TJ is of course always there.
that was.
TJ, you'll also find too. He will like cover Melissa's booth a lot.
Oh,
she has to do stuff too.
That makes sense. Every time I was at Melissa's booth, she was there. I did not see.
Yeah.
Him, but that makes sense because they're like friends.
Because you need someone to cover. Yeah.
You need someone you trust to cover it. Yeah, I can't imagine Jordy Bear. I imagine he would like come out and then like be like, I have to take this off.
Yeah. And this was after the Rat Pack 2 with a bunch of other
And this guy was like a dead red shirt, and so that's why we were posing.
He was pretty funny. But then Jenny R. Johnson was there, and Dave Gregory, and Robert Cairo, our new friend Greg, and actual Katie. Other Katie.
Oh, because I was like actively trying to get a. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to get a photo with Katie, because we're friends, and like also I would be like, it's my twin. I don't think we look particularly like each other in that photo, but
yeah, but
you can tell I was cosplaying La'an earlier in the day because I'm wearing eyeliner.
Yeah, and and here's finally a picture with the salon guy under the fabulous Las Vegas sign at the well, this is the fake.
We had to track them down.
Masquerade. Yeah,
yeah,
because they're always running.
Well, we separately were able to track them down too. We were like,
because I saw them every day, but you never know when you're.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We saw them every day, but it was usually at the Masquerade, so we all were drunk collectively.
Yes, indeed, as you should be.
No, Joanne, you need to come. That way I can get a photo with you.
Yeah, Joanne. Everyone was like, yeah, we wish Joanne was here.
Yeah, Mork Africa.
This is me and War Dog.
Yeah.
So you can see there, that was the day I only had a black pip because I was an idiot. I have all the pips, but I brought only the wrong one. Mm-hmm. Don't tell anyone.
This is Greg, who we befriended there. Apparently, his friend who's supposed to go with ghosted him, and he doesn't do any social media, and then ended up hanging out with a bunch of people who make Star Trek content on TikTok. So
it all worked out.
We're like, he's like, this is so funny that this is who I've befriended.
Because now they have couches. They not only do they have seats for the movies in the Masquerade, the couches are dangerous because you can almost fall asleep if you sit on the couch drinking. But
well, then it was also like a rise. So I got up there in the big gown, and I was like, I'm not getting down till we're leaving. Because like getting up here is it was a little dangerous getting up. We got a picture of the ship. We were only in there for like a second.
It was funny. I think it was right when either the first reaction stream or the Friday show came on, and I was in the chat and I was like, "Hi, I'm right next to the 3-foot Enterprise," and then we left.
And then there was like a photo thing, and someone was like, "Hey, Rachel, you're coming?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And I had to run.
Yeah, but we did get in there and see it because
we saw the ship. And then
we're always missing those other rooms.
I did the costumes last year because I was hanging out. I think I'd run into Jake and our other friend Joseph.
I never got there last year. Yeah. That's why I was like, I got to get.
Because I think you guys didn't know Jake or Joseph, and then you know Jake a lot now because we hung out a bunch.
Yeah, because I'd met him the other year.
Vernon's art.
Yeah, Vernon Smith drew this amazing thing. These are all the guests for this one, and apparently he apparently drew it in alphabetical order.
Oh,
like he's that good. But then the guests kept dropping out and coming in. That didn't actually end up being that way because he couldn't move everyone.
That's why Sid is in the top corner.
Yes, yeah.
Because they have it for Alex.
Yeah, he did it with the What They Said creation. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's how I knew sometimes the creation people didn't really know Sim because at some point
they would call him Alex.
Well, sometimes people they would call him Alexander, and that would go. Someone said, "Are you in line for Alex?" And my brain went, "Who the fuck is Alex?" Oh, Alexander. Got you. Yes.
Oh, you mean his uncle, Malcolm McDowell? What?
Yeah. Yeah, because my brain was like, "Who the fuck is Alex?"
So the creation had this on shirts, and it sold out immediately.
Yeah.
Of course, because it's amazing art.
Vernon also
he does this for other shows too, but you don't. He did it for Dallas, right, the other year, but
yes,
it's a lot less guests, so it's a lot less.
He also for SpaceCon, but he had it for all the Star Trek guests. He had a poster.
Yeah,
of all that.
yeah. So we went and talked to him later at his booth, and he's absolutely delightful.
Vernon, and he also because I had forgotten he's on the magazine. I'd forgotten to grab.
Yeah, the magazine creation gives you. This was the cover of that.
Yeah, and then I saw one on his thing. I was like, oh, can I? I was like, I forgot to grab one. Can I have that? And then Vernon just signed it for me. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
do I
'cause-
need to pay for that? And he's like, no. Like, Vernon is so nice.
he just drew this, and Creation is like, can we put that on the cover? And he's like, yes.
I don't think I told this story last year. Last year, STLV, Vernon, another woman, and I like met. Like, we were just like hanging out in the Gold Coast lobby, waiting to go to the airport. We ended up splitting a cab to the airport, and so it's FaceCom when I saw Vernon. We're like, space buddy. That's it, the cab buddy. And so now I think I'm just like friends with Vernon. So it's like,
because last year in Chicago, he just shouted my name out because he watches Tex-Trek. Hello, Vernon, watching this. You rule.
Yes, hi, you're great. Like,
he's wonderful. So I don't know. Okay, this is a picture of what the giant screens are in the Masquerade, because I was like, people might not have seen it. So they were nice. They played the pilot episodes because it was 60th. So they had the cage.
Cool.
Then they had Farpoint, Emissary.
They skipped Caretaker and they went to Broken Bow.
Yep. But then Sunday they did do Galaxy Quest. So
I would say Broken Bow was because it was at the Masquerade. Everyone's so drunk.
Yes,
and then everyone
sang
Faith of the Heart.
So that was pretty fun.
That was very fun.
And then some people had the little things that are more common at other ones. Like Giraffe gave me the 60th one.
I have one. Oh, the Garrick Shop one is
got from Garrick, the cosplayer.
Yeah, the Elam cosplayer.
So that was fun. I got those.
I did not put them on mine because they don't fit exactly, and I knew with ADHD I would accidentally rip it off because it doesn't fit quite.
I braved it. They're crooked because I was drinking, but that's okay. I don't usually get those at.
And then I do.
Some cons are like really into that. I've seen pictures from Gallifrey 1 where people have every person brings their own, so you have like 60 of them.
I have some from Origins as well. Yeah. I really like this year to leave the name slot.
Yeah.
Thing because that's really convenient. Because Austin, I don't know I don't remember people's names, or I've only met them in cosplay.
Yeah. It was kind of nice.
Or someone, if I've only interacted with you online and you only have like your profile picture is just a lower decks version of yourself, I don't know what you look like in real life.
They've had that before, but it was a lot smaller. It was bigger this year.
This was like really because I put Rachel / Drama Dark.
Yep. This I just grabbed this from Facebook, but this is Fernando from Brazil, who became a sensation.
Yeah,
because he went up and asked a question at like every panel,
and they were always good. It was always a good
because he started everything with "Hello, my name is Fernando. I'm from Brazil."
Yeah,
I think because like the accent isn't clear where you're from.
Because someone was like, "Why is he saying that every time?" And I said, "He must get asked where are you from by every panel."
So he just says that.
That's kind of a convention tradition, the Q&A stuff. You say your name and
something
where
like
you're
that.
from. Normally if I go to the mic to ask an actor a question, I'll just say Stephen Fothery, Austin, Texas.
Yeah, something like that.
But he got so good. So, like by I would say Saturday, people every time he asked a question, we cheered for him.
Yeah, he had it,
which is hilarious because the actors haven't been there, so the actors are like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah, like why are y'all cheering for this guy?
Yeah,
apparently Shatner asked why he got all this applause, and he hadn't done anything. It's like, you sit down, Shatner. But so
and I did not see Shatner film, so I don't know what tone he asked in that. So like, it could have been joking.
He had good questions too. They weren't stupid like most people's.
Basically, good questions were so hard to come by. Someone became a celebrity for asking good questions.
Yeah. So then this picture is at the end. Creation appreciated him so much. They gave him one of those banners that they usually auction off.
Oh, cool.
Signed by everyone there.
And apparently he also volunteered for that auction.
Yeah. So like that would auction for what, $600 or more?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah. So, and they gave him a gold pass for next year.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Damn. That is awesome. Good for him. He won the convention.
Yeah, he was great. I saw the Children of the Stranger World panel, and they all were like surprised, but like, I'm delighted by what's happening. But what's happening? Like,
okay, one of these,
and then one of them because he came up and the moderator went, "Oh, hi, Fernando," and then we were all like, "Yeah." And he went, "I'm Fernando from Brazil." He did his thing, and we all cheered again.
Yeah. Okay, that's the guy who invented the blaster beam and played Peter Kirk with the cosplayer from doing the and the children shall lead. Which
and Dan said he got he met him.
Yeah,
He met his son.
Yeah, That costume was insane. It was huge.
Yeah.
When you walk by you on the con floor, you're like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of these. I put a picture of the upsetting thing. It's going to be.
Oh my god.
This
this is not upsetting.
This woman had this weird gelatinous goo, and it said, "Odo is sleeping." You know, and we thought this was absolutely hilarious. This is right next to Jenny's booth. She had the wonderful Bajoran watercolors and other kind of watercolors.
Yeah.
But okay, this is the upsetting thing. Do you want to take it, Rachel?
So okay. The day I'm putting that full dress on,
we're all in Rachel's room.
We're all in Rachel's room. It's my roommate, Mary, Joel. Jake has just left for a second.
He just went out.
Jake left. Trauma happened. The day before, I put my badge in the little pocket of my big duffel bag. I go to get it out. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I throw it because at first I thought it was like a fake.
Your hand comes out.
There was
flies.
A calcified dead frog in my bag.
Yes.
Whoa.
Like we do not.
There are no frogs in Vegas. It is dry as hell.
We had emptied out that bag completely the day before because
she lost that comm badge, and I found it in there. So I had emptied the bag. It was not in there. It did not come from Texas.
We don't think. I guess it could have been in that little pocket, but I put the bag like.
I don't think so.
I don't. So
how would you?
We think someone put it in there.
At the bar, maybe. We don't know why.
I don't think it was any of like our friends.
No,
I'm the only one who touched it. Like.
Yeah. So later we had to set her hands on fire. And,
no, so I was just like washing my hands so much, putting lotion on.
Yeah.
And then Jake came back with something, and we're like, Jake, while you were gone, like.
It was so random and weird, and like.
And it flew out of my hand because I realized like what I was holding.
When she took her hand out real fast, it stuck to it, or you were holding it.
I was holding it and then realized what I was holding. Well, I was holding it, realized what I was holding, and threw it because, which I think honestly, I reacted pretty well for the fact I fucking touched it.
You did. I screamed like a girl, but.
You know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna throw you under the bus. Then Joel couldn't pick it up like with a towel, and I grabbed it. I was like, "We just need to get this done."
I was very upset.
I did it to throw it in the trash can because I didn't want to leave it for like.
No! I didn't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, so it was in the trash can.
I like frogs. I like frogs a lot, so I was very upset.
Frogs alive, great, and okay, if it'd been like. The fact it was calcium, it'd been dead a while. That's what's confusing.
It was not gooey, or, it was
because it would have been upsetting if it was like gooey, but I would have been like, oh, a frog hopped in my bag.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that one got in there.
Yeah.
But I thought, because it was like a weird texture and shape, I thought someone had pranked me and put a fake SETI Alpha eel in my bag.
Like 3D printed, which
that would have been my assumption.
Yeah.
Which would have been gross but funny.
That would have been funny. Yeah.
Just a dead earth frog.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then everyone we saw, I was like, I have to tell. Well, I didn't tell the Hagman brothers. Be proud of me. But everyone we saw, I went, we have to tell you what fucking happened to me.
Because it was the weirdest thing. Okay.
It's fucking weird.
I have to eventually go to work here, so we have to kind of sorry. But so some tips that every year we try to do better, and so this year, electrolytes. Instead of trying to get Gatorade all the time, I got these little
electrolyte tablets.
They're like Alka-Seltzer, but they give you electrolytes. So you put these in water. You don't have to bring Gatorade all over because Gatorade's heavy.
Don't put them in
carbonated water because then I did that at home. I got it all over. But so these were nice to have, and I think we felt a little better this year because we had electrolytes.
I felt worse in some ways, but that was because the air quality was worse this year.
Yeah, that was bad. And I bought a 10-pack of these little plastic. I guess they're board game holders.
Yeah,
but they're rigid, solid plastic, so you can put your photos in there, and they won't bend.
Yeah, and I also
you won't bend them later.
I got
you can put them in your tote bag, but your tote bag is going to get bent.
Yeah,
no
and I had a folder, but then I could also put I ended up getting one of Christina Chong's CDs and a Rat Pack CD, and that also fits in here.
Yeah, so these were good, and I'm gonna bring more next year. And I did give a couple away. I tried to give more. I brought 3 or 4. I put a Tex-Trek sticker on it, and tried to...
Mine does not have a Tex-Trek sticker, but I could put my own on there.
I figured you didn't, you would, but and so this is my graph of how much I walked this year. This is a lot more than.
Saying that at the Rio does add some.
Yeah, so I almost hit 7 miles twice, and this is I have last year up here too. So it's 0.7 miles from the Gold Coast to the Convention Center Rotunda. So that adds like almost a mile and a half every day. So yeah, there's like 5, almost
Get your
7,
steps
6.5.
Worth it to pay literally half the price.
Yes, it's worth it. It's just a little more walking is fine. Walking, I did. If you can not put your cosplay completely on, wait till you get in the air conditioning in the Rio.
I did that.
Rachel was not always able to do that.
That was for the dress. I couldn't really do that.
No, I mean,
because it was.
That was enough to get. That was hard to get on.
And then also the dress was actually because when you have a skirt like that and you move, there's a breeze. So the dress.
Yeah, so it's not quite as bad.
Honestly, the hottest I was the Deep Space Nine uniform.
Yeah, it's a lot of layers. Okay, this is last year's, which I didn't realize I did. So this is more like peak 5 miles, and you hover around 4 miles every day. So yeah, this year I definitely added miles to the walking, but we walked fast. It was fine. And is that the end here? And then I believe that is the.
I think that would be the end of
my
our
slides. Yes,
we did
end
it.
Of line. So let me shrink that.
I'm trying to
shrink that down.
Oh, I got Jonathan Franks to sign his Hallmark movie DVD. And his actual reaction, he went, "Aw."
Yeah, he was thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
fun.
then
he watch that movie. I'm gonna watch that movie when it gets to Christmas time.
And there's a sequel.
And there's a sequel coming. And he went. We filmed the second one, and I was like, "Yes, I'm very excited."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I meant to, and then we didn't end up. And he did that a lot. Robert Picardo was also in that movie. I'm guessing. I obviously haven't seen the sequel. I'm guessing he's not in the sequel. Because I think.
It centers around Frakes' character, so it makes sense.
Yeah, well, it's Biltmore has a butler. He is the butler, so everyone else is just like coming in and out, and he's working there. So I think that's going to be the Franks will just be the
that makes sense.
Franks will be like the poor, the one character that's always there is what I think will be, end up being the case. But yeah, he was delighted that I had that.
It was fun. Yeah.
And then I was saying I really want to go to the Biltmore. He was like, he's like, I don't know why that fancy house let us film. Like,
money
is probably. Well, also, I'm probably sure I didn't want to say this. I'm sure it let them film the second time because it would. The area around that got devastated by a hurricane last year.
True. Yeah.
So the Biltmore was closed for a while. So I'm sure, money-wise, I probably do need money.
The local economy, I'm sure.
The local economy probably
because they employ a lot of people to keep a place like that up. I mean,
it's
huge.
Yes, the local economy probably needs it, and I think they probably do have damage they probably had to fix from that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So, So STLV was once again great.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We have to wait 11 more months and a half to go back.
The problem is now I'm like, oh no, I want to go to another convention. They're like, my brain, Rachel, do you have other convention money? No.
Yeah, Creation has that Philadelphia one in November, which maybe I'll go to.
I'm not sure have the money for that.
It's up in the air for me.
A friend's wedding coming up soon that I'm doing stuff for, so I need to make sure I get stuff for that.
I did go to Long Island this year.
Yeah.
So.
The thing I'm really excited for is next year's Star Trek cruise, which is sailing out of New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
that's fun.
Yeah, someone was saying
it's already sold out anyway.
Yeah, they were like people were saying like, oh, Sid's gonna be there too, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going on the cruise. And someone was like, oh yeah, Andy and Sid are both gonna be there, and I was like, oh no.
Yep. Added. Well, I didn't know that. I guess they just added one of them. I guess it was Andy.
Yeah, I think so.
For me, in honor of me, people need to get cashier photos. I'm sure they'll do a photo op together. I'm
sure.
That'll be my 1 year. I'm sure I'll get to a convention they'll both be at and get a photo with them together.
Yeah.
Even though that uniform's hot, I'll probably put it back on because it's perfect for that.
It's worth it. Yeah. It's worth it.
There's a reason that Offset at the Masquerade to be like, and Rachel's wearing a nerdy dress now.
Yeah, you can change sometimes. Because even when we were staying at Gold Coast, you could still hop back.
Oh yeah,
change,
very
go
easily.
To the Masquerade.
There's one time last year that we all went to our rooms to change, and I got back first, and you guys were staying in the Rio, and I was staying at the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
I stayed played a video game for a second to like do a weekly thing, came back,
Yeah.
and I went, "Where are you guys? I've already walked back from the Gold Coast."
It happens. You go to do one thing in your room, and then it turns into
everything.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we covered it all.
Yeah. Lots of fun. We wish everyone was there, including you, Fathery.
Everyone who's watching this has to come next year. Sorry, we
Yes,
don't make the rules.
that's the
Sorry,
rules.
Joanne, you have
Yeah,
to.
Joanne, you have to come. That's the rules. Mostly because I want to meet you.
Yeah.
And
I'd
The
love
also,
to.
Salon
like,
Boys, I mean, I know it's a lot to keep track of them, but we'll take turns.
Yeah. You're not. You won't be responsible. You can hang out with me. You don't need to be responsible for those boys.
Yeah. You
Well,
just have
like,
to have
not
biting
even-
comments when
Like
they
I
get
have
arrested.
reflected with a lot of the salon guys. Like Ken's not in that photo. I would like to get a photo of the Ken one, but like I got as many as I
Yeah,
could.
because we talked to Ken. He was there he was there
Yeah.
almost the whole time, but just not right then. And
Yeah. Thanks, Taylor.
but yeah, so thus wraps up our recap of
yes.
STLV 2026, Frog and all. So
Well, thanks for the report.
Could do without the frog, but everything else was nice.
yeah.
I still can't believe that happened.
I'm still shocked, but
Okay.
so
I hope to repeat all of this minus frog next year.
yes.
Like,
Well, that's like the next, I guess. Well, I don't know. I'm probably gonna do the cruise in next
Yes,
year, but
okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be there at Vegas next year.
Mm.
I think definitely in 2028. We might end up having to like take off in 2027 because like Taylor and I, or in 2020. Yeah, in 2027. Because Taylor and I
that's
are
right.
hoping to get married in the first half
Yeah.
of the year in 2028.
I say
There was a Klingon wedding one night
there was a
at
Klingon
karaoke,
wedding.
so
I thought I sent
which I
pictures of
missed
that.
because I was getting drinks, but
I thought I sent pictures of that. It was great, and also like halfway through, we all realized it was a queer wedding, and we're like, yeah.
That's
But
not
I
proud
say,
like that.
I say that you and Taylor have your bachelor/bachelorette party as Vegas.
There you go.
In 2020, I always wanted to do the like a Klingon style bachelor party in Vegas and like have to like go out into the Nevada desert and see
Do
if
it.
we survive.
Or
Do
the Rio
or-
counts as the desert. So
I
it's
think
already there.
the walk between the Rio and the Gold Coast counts as the desert.
It does count. Yeah.
I
it's hot.
still sound like this. Like
It was 115. There were wildfires nearby. The air was nasty.
But
I did not know that, Taylor.
You may as well
That's
save
fun.
some. A Latinum saved is Latinum earned, right?
That's true.
well, we have plans for we
For like
wanna-
a real wedding. Yeah.
for a real wedding, and also like we want to do that as a career going forward. We're in the process of getting ready to build a wedding venue to
Oh yeah. Okay. I
host weddings.
I knew that, but I did not know that as like this part of it. I knew that from like talking to you in real life.
Well,
So I didn't want to bring it up.
I haven't really publicly
Yeah.
shared that. But
Okay,
we're
so
deep
that's-
enough into it now that I think it's okay.
That's
to-
why I didn't say anything because I was like, I
Well,
think
we-
I only know this as your friend, not as like this.
Yeah, I
official.
told our
Yeah.
friends that that's what we're doing. So hopefully,
So was the plan to buy that and then get married there and be the first
Yes,
wedding?
but it's probably going to be about a year and a half before we're able to pull it off. But that's our goal.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay,
takes
I
time.
have more questions about that because I'm curious, but not for the stream because like
And that's
Yeah.
also why we're doing less traveling and fewer vacations because
you're trying to like start operating a small business.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But it's exciting to as much
Yeah.
as I love going to Star Trek conventions. This is also incredibly
hey,
exciting.
I would say if like you ever have weekends you're not having weddings there, like I don't know what the venue looks like. Maybe you could have like some kind of convention there too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we'd get the crowd in this area for that, but
That's fair.
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely looks like a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
glad that the 60th was a big hit, and looking forward to when I do eventually return to
Yeah.
STLV.
I
But
can't skip it. It's the social event of the year. It's all... Without it, yeah, I'd be nothing.
I mean I did skip it one year and then I had the worst FOMO
Yeah,
It was worse after having gone once.
I believe that.
I'm glad like I don't get like that much FOMO, but I think a big part of it is I just enjoy living here in our home
Mm-hmm.
with Taylor so much that like I don't know, I always like I'm just as excited to come home as I am
Mm-hmm.
excited to like go to the big fun things. So I don't know if I've ever had that before, so I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm marrying her. So
She can come
excited
with.
for
That's the
Well,
that.
thing.
yeah.
You're not going alone.
Well, Father, first off, that's adorable.
It is.
Like, it's really cute. And I'm glad you're getting married too.
Yeah.
Mostly because, like, well, I'm making this joke now. If you had ever broken up, I was like, I'm staying friends with her. Like, she's really cool.
Oh yeah,
Indeed. Yeah.
I'm happy to share my
Yeah,
friends with her. So,
yeah,
well, enough about me though. Enough about me
yeah.
and Taylor. That was fun to get to experience the convention vicariously through y'all's slides. So thanks for all of the work documenting all of that. I know that's a pain in the ass too to have to be like, let's take pictures in the middle of like all of this fun and social
That's why they were
interactions.
duplicates,
So
because I
Yeah,
combined all of our photos and
yeah,
like there's a lot less duplicates than there was at first, but because
yeah.
every selfie is like 8 photos, of course. And
Yes. Well, because I for a lot of the ones the selfies are on my phone, I just sent you one.
yeah, but I had like 8 if I took them, and like
but I guess that'll do it for today, but
Yes.
we'll have a lot more streams in the near future with Taylor hosting the first reactions for new episodes of
Rachel.
Strange New. I'm
Rachel.
sorry, with Taylor
you're
hosting
being replaced. You found out on the air.
I
the
just said
first
I'm gonna stay
reactions.
friends with her. Jesus, now she's replacing me.
No, Taylor is on Fridays with me on the deep
I'm
dive
on
this month.
Indeed,
Thursdays.
indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, and we still have what 6 more episodes of
I
Strange
think
New this year.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Yes.
have 6 more to talk about this year, then 10 academies and 6 more Strange News next year. So we're
Yep.
down to the last 12
Yeah.
Strange News, and then the 10. It's only 22
Hopefully
more.
that movie gets made. Although
We'll
we
see.
talked about John Francis Daly was supposed to be at a convention in Austin this weekend, ended up canceling. I was like, I'm not going. I can find the Buffy actors elsewhere. I'm so tired still.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. But yeah, still plenty of Star Trek to talk about in the weeks to come. Joel, I know you got to get to work, so
Yep.
let's wrap this thing up.
Yep.
But until next time, let me make sure I take that outro video out. Sorry. Okay, until next time, as always, live long and prosper, y'all.